GameDay Garage presents The Show and the U with Jake Hasan.
Cowards.
From live bets.
We're betting UCSB, full game money line.
To random calls from strangers.
Who the hell is calling you right now?
Nothing is off limits. Even a little self-discovery.
This is what happens when you live alone. You kind of just talk to yourself sometimes. And maybe is it a sign of developing schizophrenia? Maybe.
It's The Show and the U.
College sports. Gotta love it.
Here's Jake Hasan.
We did it. We did it. We're here. It is GameDay Garage. What the heck is that? Go away. Love using things that work exactly as they're supposed to. Final series of GameDay Garage, the show and the U. I am Jake Hasan. This is the championship series between Oklahoma and North Carolina. And we are going to be here with you for the entirety of game one. We would do more games, except I have to work my partially regularly employed job tomorrow while game two is happening. So I won't be doing a lot of work. But for today, we're here, and first pitch is probably like, see, that's the thing. Any time that it says 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, it's never actually going to be that. We know this. We know that they lie to us. We know that they tell us what we want to hear, and they tell us that, oh, it's going to be this or that, and it's not. It's just never going to be that. So whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. It's all good. It be like that. Until then, we're here. I am Jake Hasan, and we are betting Oklahoma. If anybody wants to bet this game, we are going to be betting Oklahoma in this one, and we are going to be seeing what happens, just because I thought the price was wrong on the Sooners. I couldn't believe they were as big of dogs as they were in this game, and yet they were. So this team has a very team of destiny feel to them. I'm going to bet on that. If you've been following me on this show, if you've been following GameDay Garage, you know that this has just been UNC, the Tar Heels have just been a show, have just been a team that hasn't really impressed me. They have an incredibly high floor, but they just don't grip me. They're tactical, they're surgical, they make it work, but they don't really wow you. And the way that they've gotten here with the late game heroics against Ole Miss and the late game heroics against Ole Miss, said that already, and West Virginia the first time, obviously they beat the absolute brakes off West Virginia in the second game. But I don't know. It's just they don't grip me. They don't really wow me. So I'm going to bet on Oklahoma just because they have this team of destiny thing, and it just seems like they're peaking at the right time. They're going to throw 3 straight true freshmen again. I don't know how that's going to go for them. We're going to find out. But if Cord Rager and Xander Mercurius specifically can throw and pitch the way that they did in all the way up until this point, really, I don't see how Oklahoma doesn't win here. You have these true freshmen who are breaking out, who are pitching to spectacular results, and it's working. We haven't seen Cameron Johnson since Supers. We haven't seen him in literally weeks, and it's been okay. That was the guy who was the opening night starter for Oklahoma, and they've been fine. They've just cruised to the title series. So we'll see how it goes. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to be here the entire time. I believe Johnny Venezia is going to join us at some point at JohnnyVTV on Twitter. He texted me that he might not be able to make it work at the last second, which is totally good. It's Saturday afternoon. I don't expect people to just be sitting around waiting for Jake Hasan to call them, obviously. But Rob Brown's going to be here. We're going to talk about the game. We'll talk about the series outlook as it goes. And we're just going to have a good time. So welcome in. As we await literal first pitch. It's been 5 minutes since the alleged start time, but I was also marinating on this. Since we bet Oklahoma in this game, and we're just going to bet them in every game, and hopefully they just win in 2 and we just make money. That's great. But maybe not. But they're going to be dogs in every series. But for this game specifically, since we're rooting for Oklahoma, should we just, for every run that the Sooners score, should we just... I'm just saying. It's something to consider. Let me tweet this so that other people can see it, and we'll go from there. Tap in. Gonna do a Malort shot for every run Oklahoma scores. Anyway, get in the chat. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on my Twitter at DJ Hasan, at GameDay Garage on Twitter, GameDay Garage on YouTube. We're everywhere. You can jump in the chat on all platforms and interact. We don't even have to talk about the game. I'm open to talk about whatever. We're waiting for the game to start. We can talk about whatever you people want to talk about. Actually, speaking of which, I need to open my 3rd Celsius of the day. So everyone just hang tight for a second. Enjoy my couch. Talk amongst yourselves. This is just what a Jake Hasan stream is. It's just going to be stream of consciousness. I'm also, because I've learned, and this will make Nick Ashew very happy when he sees it, but I finally learned from my mistakes of trying to be better than the sun in this apartment. I have a light. Now, unfortunately, the way that my apartment is set up, the light has to be directly in front of the TV, so I am going to scorch my corneas. So to anybody I interact with in the near future, specifically my girlfriend or my parents tomorrow or anybody I work with tomorrow, I'm going to be blind. Probably. And I don't think my eye doctor is watching this, so. I also haven't been to the eye doctor in, I'm 28? Like 10 years. Which is second. Oh, that's a terrible place to put that, huh? Which is second only to the actual doctor, which I have not been to in like 5 years. Because the last time I was at the doctor, he was like, why are you here? You're 23 years old. And now, as a man approaching 30, I have multiple ailments, including a gnarly knot in my back that, wow, my hair is crazy right now. I did get the knot worked on, but it's like tugging on my shoulder. It's the whole thing. Nobody cares about this. Anyway, anybody that's in the chat, if you're betting anything, if you're on Twitter, if you're watching this on the GameDay Garage Twitter or my Twitter, I implore you, if you want to comment, to go to YouTube, because I'm not sure that the Twitter comments show up here. Really good product we have. But that's what you get when you have independent work. If anybody would like to sponsor me or GameDay Garage, Celsius or Kirkland or Malort, hint, hint, wink, wink. If you'd like to sponsor us and pump some money into this so we can get, like an actual studio and I don't have to do this show on an iPad that's from like 2019, we're open to that. Anywho, other stuff that's happening on GameDay Garage, by the way, later today, the U.S. Open. And I did just get a text that the comments from X, Twitter, as it were, don't show up on StreamYard. So if you're trying to comment on Twitter, go to the YouTube, GameDay Garage, and that's where your comments will pop up. Otherwise, you're just going into the ether. And I don't want you to go into the ether. I want you to be a part of this product that we are having together. Okay? Cool. Good. These headphones are all kinds of messed up. Oh, it's because they're tangled. I'm not going to fix them. That's just how it's going to be. They're going to be slightly off kilter. And if anybody has a problem with that, drop it in the comments. But not on Twitter, because I won't see it. I could just, I suppose... I put my phone. Am I an idiot? Nobody answer that. Oh, there it is. Nobody be mean to me. I could, I guess, get nobody be mean to me. Evergreen. I guess I could just have the stream up on my own phone, but then that kind of, I'll just tap in and make sure there's no comments, and then we'll go from there. How about that? Cool. Also, because I know our social team of one is watching this. If we get, whatever, I'll just text you and say it'll be fine. It's not that big of a deal, so it's all good. But And I can't believe it's been 10 minutes and we're still waiting for first pitch. Like if the start time is going to be 3:15 Eastern, 2:15 Central, why are we not just saying that? Like if it was going to be like how NFL kickoff is and it's like 12:07 p.m., fine. It's been 10 minutes. And the first pitch is about to happen at like 3:12 Eastern time. What are we doing here? Anyway, Oklahoma and North Carolina. How did we get here? Some of you may be asking. If you're parachuting in, if you're not the biggest college baseball fan, if you're like Oklahoma and North Carolina, what? Because also, important to note, this will be the first title for either of these teams. Baseball's been around forever. Oh, finally, first pitch. Here we go from DeCaro. UNC wearing the powder blues. They are the home team. Oklahoma with the grays. They are the away team. So they are leading off. And Jason DeCaro going for North Carolina. Jason Walk is in the box. And here we go. Woo! Who is to blame for never starting on time? The NCAA or ESPN? I mean, you have to figure it's ESPN because they have to get in all their ad revenue. They have to make sure they cut to commercial a million times before the game even starts and make all the advertisers happy. So you would figure it's them. But you know what, Reed? It's a great question. You know what? I don't even think it's one person's fault. It's everybody. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's everybody. Everybody is complicit here because the NCAA could say, hey, man, get all of this crap done before 3 Eastern. But no, we have to play this whole song and dance, and then that happens. Whatever. Also, if anybody hears my air going in the back, it's very loud, at least to me, but let me know. Anyway, we are going here. Back to what I was saying. How did we get here? Well, North Carolina was good all year. They were the 5th overall seed. And I've said this in my Substack, hasanbacks.substack.com, by the way, which even after this national title series concludes, we are still going to be doing Major League Baseball stuff. I might even dip my toe into football because, listen, if I'm not going to be employed, I might as well just keep the Substack going. So might be getting Jakey football come that time of the year. Going to be doing a bunch of MLB stuff, though, obviously, during baseball season. So, anyway, I said this on hasanbacks.substack.com. North Carolina was great all year. And I mean, they were the 5th overall seed. They are here for a reason, and they were just surgical, tactical. They made a run to the ACC title game in the ACC tournament. They were only outdone by Georgia Tech, who we talked about as frauds all year long because they were. That was proven when, they lost to Oklahoma in their region. And so, again, back to the question of how we got here. This would be the first title for either of these schools. North Carolina's been a team that's been percolating for a couple of years. They were just in the College World Series. They were just in Omaha a couple of years ago. They've always been a good team. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. And I think this year they kind of got a little help by teams like Auburn getting ousted in the Supers, and Auburn looked bad against Milwaukee famously in their own region. So North Carolina got helped a little. They definitely got the easier side of the bracket for sure, even though they were on the UCLA side because same thing. UCLA was a team that we thought was fraudulent. But it's these. Anyway, as I was saying, so North Carolina just powers through. They win their region. I didn't think they were going to win the region super easily. Ooh, all right, base hit. Oklahoma, things have gotten started. Jason DeCaro was able to retire the leadoff batter, but now the second batter for Oklahoma is up and laces a single into the outfield, finds grass, touch grass. And now here we go. I mean, Oklahoma, this is kind of what they do. They take that first swing. Like they can start fast. We saw this in the Supers. We saw this in the regionals. They can drop runs on you in the first inning right away. So we'll see how this goes. as I did say, we will, for every run that Oklahoma scores, we'll rip through one of these. And if you know, you know. Kind of hope Rob Brown is here for when that happens, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Because Rob Brown is also going to join us at some point. He's going to text me when he's available. Anyway, Deaton LaChance up for Oklahoma. You may remember he was the same guy who rolled his ankle last week in Omaha and then hit a home run on one leg because he's awesome. So LaChance, wild pitch by DeCaro. We're going to get an advancement. So Oklahoma already in scoring position. It's the top of the first with one out. Oh, and Oklahoma's arguably best hitter is up now in Dean LaChance. So this could get interesting really fast. We might be ripping a Malort shooter right away. For all my East Coast viewers, listeners, that would be a nip to you. I can't believe I'm my third Celsius of the day. I'm going to die when I'm like 42. Anywho, 2-0 to LaChance, who now, DeCaro's got to go at him. Oklahoma's best hitter, power threat, and now you got to go right at him. This is the thing with DeCaro. Like, he's got all of the talent in the world. He has major league talent. LaChance? Is that going to get down? That's a home run. Oklahoma up 2-0. Oh, wow. Fast start for the Sooners. All right. A promise is a promise. Wasn't expecting this to be happening right away. Deaton LaChance, home run for Oklahoma. 104 off the bat, just barely scrapes over the wall. And the Sooners, a 2-0 lead, top of the first, with one out. As I was saying, this is the Jason DeCaro issue. He's got a ton of talent, and he was great in his last two games. Wow, LaChance, first 31 games, no home runs. Last 32 games, 17 home runs. That's crazy, including a couple of giant home runs so far in Omaha. But Jason DeCaro for North Carolina has number one potential. He's great. Like, the talent is there, but he makes these mistakes. And these things happen where he makes the big mistake, and he gives up home runs. So Oklahoma out to a fast start. And I made a promise. Oklahoma has scored. First one. 2:17 p.m. But it's a Saturday, so it's fine. Woo! Chicago delicacy, baby. Gotta love Malort. Oklahoma. Like, this is what I mean with Oklahoma, team of destiny. They just show up in the big moments. They're on this insane run. Now we have to see how North Carolina responds. They got to get out of this inning first. DeCaro now is behind Jackson Willits 2-1, now 3-1 with one out. So Oklahoma probably is about to have another guy on base. This is awesome. Oh, baseball, you are the best. We love you. 3-1 to Jackson Willits coming up. Swinging. That was, fastball down the middle. We'll see, but North Carolina, now you have to answer. And this is what and to be fair to North Carolina, they have been in this spot before. This game is by no means over. They have played come from behind baseball all year, not all year long, but for most of the postseason. We remember in the super regionals against USC, especially in that game 3, a walk-off win. Jackson Willits goes out swinging, so DeCaro keeps the bases cleared. It's 2 outs in the top of the first. Like, North Carolina is capable of coming from behind in these games. And like I was saying, against Ole Miss, game was tied, or they were down actually, and then they scored 2 runs to make it a 1-run game, and then bang, 3-run home run in the 8th inning to take the lead. And then against West Virginia, late game, tied, 7th inning, North Carolina takes lead, never looks back. So this game's far from over. North Carolina they haven't even swung a bat yet. The lineup for North Carolina hasn't even seen a pitch yet. But if you're an Oklahoma backer or fan, this is a great start. This is exactly what you wanted to see. Your stars showing up, taking advantage where they can. So, Oklahoma was slugging .399 entering regionals against breaking pitches, 646 in the tournament. I love little graphics like that. Like I will say ESPN does a really good job with college baseball when it comes to stuff like that. I've seen it all week, like just these little tidbits that are actually really fascinating. Like who is doing slugging percentage on breaking balls for college baseball? It's pretty good. It's cool. 1-2 right now for Oklahoma for DeCaro to try and get out of the inning. I mean, all things considered, the fact that he gave up a 2-run home run with 1 out in the first, and then was down 3-1 to the very next batter, and might get out of it with minimal damage. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, hope people were able to bet Oklahoma coming into this because hot start. We'll see what Trey Gamble does here with DeCaro having him 1-2, and then theoretically we'll go to a little commercial. Charles Schwab Field is so cool. As somebody who was there, strikes out. Gamble strikes out swinging. DeCaro gets out of it to the bottom of the first, but the damage is done. Deal chance, a home run to start things for Oklahoma, and they lead 2-0. And as such, we have an empty shooter bottle over here. Promises made, promises kept. I am Jake Hasan. This is GameDay Garage, the show in the U. This is our live stream for Game 1 of the national title series between North Carolina and Oklahoma. Johnny Venezia will be here at some point, I think. Rob Brown will be here at some point, I think. But other than that, it's going to be me. Oh, good. Is anybody on? This is just going to be nothing that has to do with anything. It's just my ADHD brain. Does anyone in a big city or in Chicago have the Citizen app? Because let me tell you, the Citizen app, and I talk to people about this, and they're like, oh, I can't have the Citizen app. It gives me too much anxiety. There's too much going on. I like it as somebody that was raised in a household where it was keep your head on a swivel and always know your surroundings. I like it, and I like what's going on, knowing what's going on, even if it is crime. But for the uninitiated, the Citizen app is if you live in a city, generally a big city, you get alerts for things that are happening in your neighborhood. And usually it's crime or it's like emergency EMS services, whatever. And you get these. And, you know, I just got one. It was like, oh, someone on the lake, boat assisting person in a canoe, whatever. But sometimes you get fun ones. I guess the definition of fun here is open to interpretation. But like you get man walking around with katana. That's cool. Dudes rock. I got one that was like man threw jar of peanut butter at woman. And listen, that's technically battery or assault. That's assault, brother. But anyway, some of them are funny. But a lot of them are just like, oh my God, gunshots in the area. And the comments are all no fireworks. It's like a community note on Twitter, but for your city. Anyway, can you tell I'm killing time in between commercials? That's what's going to happen. If you haven't been part of a Jake Hasan live stream during this college baseball season, things just kind of go all over the place. And we riff, we talk about whatever. Stuff just gets wacky. But anyway, all right, let's see if the Oklahoma true freshman can keep it rolling here. Cord Rager back on the mound. First time we're seeing him since Alabama? Yes. Yeah, because Mercurius threw game 1 against Georgia and Weslowski threw game 2 against Georgia. So yeah, Cord Ranger, first time we're seeing him since a week ago, 8 days ago when he pitched a shutout against Alabama, and he was awesome. What's crazy about this Oklahoma pitching staff is just like they're running 3 true freshmen out there for their weekend rotation. And the thing is, their ERAs don't look great. Like Cord Rager they showed has a 4 ERA. But he pitches like the game against Alabama last week being a prime example of this. Shut down an Alabama offense that even though they weren't maybe the best offense, they could put up runs on you. And they have one of the best players in the country in Justin LeBron. And here comes this 18-year-old who nobody's heard of, who had like 6 starts all year and was injured for part of the year. And he just shoves. And that's what I mean when I say that Oklahoma has this team of destiny thing rolling, where they just seem to have it figured out where these guys come out of nowhere, true freshmen, and they're just performing. And so Cord Ranger gives up a leadoff single. So North Carolina already cooking in the bottom of the first with a man on base here. So we'll see. I mean, that's the biggest thing for Oklahoma in this series. You're running 3 true freshmen out there. You have LJ McCrearius in the bullpen, who has been great. And he was great in the 2 games against Georgia. He was great against Alabama out of the bullpen after struggling as a starter in the middle and end of the regular season. But he's been awesome. That's your veteran presence, because you're not going to – I'd be shocked if we see Cam Johnson. And I'll ask Johnny about this when he gets here and Rob when he gets here and see what they think too. But I'd be shocked if you see Cam Johnson. It seems Skip Johnson, the manager for Oklahoma, seems pretty committed to keeping Johnson on the bench just because you don't know which version of him you're going to get on a day-to-day basis. Anyway, Owen Hole up for North Carolina. They're 2-hitter. Sitting 45 with runners in scoring position. Nuts. But he finds himself down 0-2 against Cord Ranger. So we'll see. Chris asked when I think they're going to announce Golden Spikes. I believe it's in the next couple of days. I'm almost positive it might be like tomorrow, to be honest. Or maybe Monday. I know voting technically I think is still open or was open as of like yesterday. So it's going to be the next couple of days. Thankfully, we don't have to wait super long like the MLB awards where we're waiting until Thanksgiving, even though games have been over for like a month. So it should be relatively soon. I know I was saying that it would be Rock Chalowski or Hairston from Arizona State. I've started to come around that it's going to be Daniel Jackson. 25-25 as a catcher for the SEC champs. I think that's going to carry a lot of weight. A lot of people are against Chalowski, even though he's probably going to be the number 1 overall pick. Although, depending on what mock drafts you read, maybe Vaughn Lackey is going to be up there, which I don't completely disagree with, if we're being totally honest. We'll see what the White Sox do. Owen Hole, base hit to left field. So now back-to-back base hits for North Carolina. Oh, wow. And they take the extra base, too. So it's going to be second and third. No outs for North Carolina. Probably going to see at least 1 run for North Carolina here. Because that's the thing about college baseball. You're going to see a bunt. We're probably going to see a safety squeeze here. The art of the bunt is lost in Major League Baseball because most people view it as, if you've ever seen Moneyball, as just a wasted out. But college baseball, nothing's guaranteed. And a lot of times in situations like this where you have second and third and nobody out, teams will waste an out to score a run a lot of times. So we'll see. I mean, this is the test. This is the test of the true freshman pitching for Oklahoma that was largely untested. Now goes against a veteran lineup for North Carolina. Let me see, Chris, if I can find that answer for you about Golden Spikes. Again, if you're trying to comment on Twitter and you're in the comments, those are not popping up here. So if you're trying to comment, whether it be good things, making fun of me, mean things, I'll take them all. Go to YouTube, GameDay Garage page on YouTube, and you can put the comments in there. Or if somebody on Twitter can see the Twitter comments and wants to text them to me or message them to me, that works as well. Let's see. Golden Spikes announcement date. Wow. Owen Hole, 5 extra base hits in the College World Series. Most by a UNC player in a single College World Series ever. It's kind of surprising. But I guess this is the third time that North Carolina's been in the title series. So I guess that does totally make sense. Chris, to answer your question, it is going to be on Monday. So after, voting ends. Oh, wait, no. So another week, a week from Monday. So it's on the 29th. So a week following the end of the championship series. Ooh, 3-1 now. Still no outs. This could get dicey for Cord Ranger. He needs a pop-up or a strikeout bad. Yeah, anytime, Chris, cheers to you. June 29th. I think you DM'd me that you have some positions here. I hope you win. It looks very weird. If I had to guess, it'll be Daniel Jackson, but obviously things can change. All right, Ranger gets it to 3-2. This is awesome. This is what I mean. Like, this is a microcosm of what I mean. This series is going to rule. Gavin Gallagher up for UNC, 32 career RBI and 25 NCAA tournament games. Wow. Most by any active player in the country. pretty interesting. Oh, it was you who DM'd me. Well, cheers to you, Chris. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you dropping a comment. And as always, appreciate the messages. I'm always open to anybody who wants to chop it up about awards. And we could, if anybody wants to, we could talk about MLB awards at some point here during commercial break, or if we hit a little lull at some point. Although, if this first inning is any indication, there's not going to be a lot of lulls in this game. But we'll see what Gavin Gallagher has here. It's 3-2. Rager could really use a strikeout. That would be massive for morale here for Oklahoma. Oh, single up the middle. That's going to be 2 runs. North Carolina's going to tie the game. I mean, that's what we were talking about. That's what I was saying. Like, this game not over by any means. North Carolina, they're surgical. They like how that just happened for North Carolina. That was ground ball left side, ground ball up the middle, ground ball up the middle. And now it's 2-0 or 2-2. It's the tie game again. Brand new ball game. The nice thing for Rager, he might be a little rattled. It's a tie ball game. Yeah, you would have liked to keep the lead, but no harm, no fun. I mean, a little bit of harm. But this is still essentially a tie game. Not essentially a tie game. It is a tie game. This is a brand new ball game. You're still good. I mean, but I know I was giving them crap, but North Carolina, this is just what they do. Like, a death by a million paper cuts. And our friend Pair Ratings on Twitter would say they also have the kill shot gene in them, where they'll hit the go-ahead home run. But as we saw against Ole Miss and we saw against West Virginia, but this is mostly their game, man. We're just situational baseball, and they're just going to seeing eye ground balls, well-placed ground balls, line drives, and that's just going to score runs, and they're just going to stack runs on you. And that's how it is. So 2-2, brand new ball game, still no outs. This is going to be a fly ball and that's off the wall. Off the wall, that's going to be they're going to hold him. Ooh, interesting. So that's a double. That is a double off the wall for North Carolina. It is second and third, no outs again. Things getting dangerous. I hope people bet the over. I thought about it, but I was too scared. Eric Paulson with a double off the wall. North Carolina really, really threatening here. Corey Rager really needs an out here. He's just got to see one. You just got to see one out, settle the nerves. Skip Johnson's coming out to the mound. I don't think Oklahoma has anybody warming in the bullpen. They didn't show anybody. Water break, hydration break, mandatory hydration break. I forgot there's a ton of Major League Baseball happening right now too, which is interesting. Blue Jays Cubs 3-0. Patrick Corbin got lit up. Shocker. Colin Ray's throwing a no-hitter. Ugh. If Colin Ray throws a no-hitter, cancel the sport. Blue Jays are disgrace. And I mean that with my entire being. Colin Ray, imagine. All right, Skip Johnson's going to keep Rager in. Got to stick with the true freshman. We'll see how this goes. This could get out of hand. I mean, you're one swing away from this being a 5-2 game, and still no outs in the bottom of the first. Man, I get why they moved this game up in Omaha, though. Those skies look dangerous and not very good. Just make sure nobody's yeah, of course nobody's texting me. Why would they be? Got nothing going on. All right. Corey Rager, the pitch, second and third, no outs, still 0-1. He needs to get it out. I mean, Cooper Nicholson's up for North Carolina, 16 home runs on the year, so you're in a dangerous spot. He's got a 990 OPS this year. We'll see. Ball in the dirt, 1-1. There's a good chance. Like, if you're an Oklahoma backer or fan, you got to be really nervous here because North Carolina could easily, this is kill shot territory in the first inning. We'll see how it goes. 1-1. Freshman Corey Rager for Oklahoma. The pitch. There you go. Oh! right play, looks the runner back at third on a ground ball tapper right back to the pitcher, looks the runner back at third, holds him, throws to first, gets the out. There you go. Just shake it off, kid. It's crazy now being 28 years old as a man approaching 30 and watching college sports and calling these guys kids. And it plays because they are literally kids. No, that was a dumb comment. Who cares? But shake it off. Shake it off. 1 out. Still a tie game. You can get out of this. A lot of lefties in the North Carolina lineup. I mean, their first 7 hitters, 5 of them are lefties. Freshman Tyler Howell up for North Carolina. He's the only North Carolina too. This is what helped them get to this point. They're a very experienced team. A lot of juniors and seniors. Howell is the only freshman regular in their lineup. A lot of these guys were on the North Carolina team that was in Omaha just a couple of seasons ago in 2024. So that helps here. That experience, that leadership factor helps, especially against a team like Oklahoma where their last appearance was 2022. None of these current guys were on that team, at least to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure that's true. And certainly not these guys who are pitching for them, these true freshmen. So that's something to keep in mind too. Man, they keep showing the sky there in Omaha. Hopefully we don't get a delay because I don't know what we're going to do. I guess we could just do the Jake Hasan variety hour if there's a rain delay. I'd prefer not to do that. Got to save some of those, can't pull back the curtain too terribly much. Oh, we're on Twitch too. I only know that because a bot just made a comment that I'm obviously not going to show, but we are on Twitter. We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube, GameDay Garage on all of those. We're live on my Twitter at @TheJakeHasan as well. Rager with a walk. Bases juiced and 1 out. Retro. But on the flip side of that, roll a double play and you're out of it. And DeCaro for North Carolina has already shown maybe a little vulnerable. Wow, Cord Rager first 3 starts in the tournament. 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, no walks. Today, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. And that's in the first inning alone. Excuse me. Obviously. Not obviously, I guess. But Oklahoma, nobody up in the pen. They're letting the freshmen pitch through it, which I respect. Skip Johnson has faith in his guy. Ooh, that was real close to being a hit batter and a run. Man. Hold on to your butt time. Colin Hynek up for North Carolina. Had a fine year, 10 home runs though. 58 RBI, so still dangerous territory for Oklahoma right now. Oof, 2, does it call that a strike? Nope, 2-0. 2-0, nowhere to put them. 1 out. Oklahoma needs a double play in the worst way here. And I'm definitely not biased as an Oklahoma backer in this game. Definitely not biased. Scorching my corneas right now. 3-0. Yikes. You about to what? Wow, there's a heavy North Carolina contingent in Omaha right now. They just showed on the broadcast. Who's this doofus? Yep, good shot of the hands. Good work by the cameraman there. Yeah, let's go back to the game. 3-0 pitch. Groove just fastball right down the middle. Had to get one back. Of course, obviously. All right, 3-1. Nowhere to put him. Bases juiced. 1 out. You need a strikeout or a double play or a pop out in the worst way. And again, I'm definitely not biased. Got the fly ball, but that's going to be deep enough. That's going to score a run. Fly ball to right field. North Carolina is going to score a run. Runners are going to advance, or at least the second base runner is going to advance to third. Cord Rager has allowed 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning after Oklahoma took a 2-0 lead on a home run by Dieter LaChance. And now Cord Rager, the true freshman, has given it all back. But I'll say this. For those of us who are backing Oklahoma or just the Oklahoma fans out there, this has also been the story of Oklahoma's tournament run, where they go down. Even if they score first, they punch back. I mean, the 2 games against Georgia Tech were a perfect example of that. where they just never said die. And there's the late game heroics. Sean Newcomb threw 3 shutout innings for the White Sox in relief today. What the heck? What year is it? Sorry, got distracted. Another fly ball, foul territory, 2 outs. That's going to get out of play. So we are going to continue here in the bottom of the first. It's got 30-minute first inning. Oh, and we got people up. Sorry for burping the mic. We got guys up in North Carolina, in the Oklahoma bullpen. 2 lefties, interestingly enough. But as I mentioned, a lot of lefties in this North Carolina lineup, so I guess it does make sense. Those skies look scary in Omaha. I don't know. We'll just like play cards, get to know each other, I guess, if there's a rain delay. But hopefully that doesn't happen. And if it does, we cry. Anyway. All right, North Carolina. See what you got. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Can they scratch across one more? It's hard to say. And here we go. 0-2. All right. If you could, end the inning with a strikeout. And if you're Skip Johnson, you have a decision to make. Do you send him back out there? Your bullpen's pretty fresh. All of your starters went relatively deep in the games leading up to this point in Omaha. Rager went, 7 in the first game against Alabama? Mercurius went into the 6th in the first game against Georgia. Wazowski got into the 6th. I think Mercurius got into the 7th, didn't he? So they could correct me on that. During this commercial break, we're going to pull up the Weather Channel and see what's cooking on the radar in Omaha. Obviously, nobody cares what's cooking on the radar on Chicago. Although, it does look like rain in Chicago as well. And that's your weather report. And that's your weather at the bottom quarter of the hour with Jake Hasan. We'll do it again in about an hour. Why not? Make weather a regular we'll make weather a regular appearance, a regular theme here for this stream. Why not? 1-2, Cord Rager to get out of the inning. Can't do it. Oh, nope, can't do it. This ump has too much arm movement. It's thrown me off. He's flapping his wings too much. I don't like it. He's got too much going on. Just give us the count, my guy. Just quick and easy. Keep it simple. 2-2. And throws over to first. Yeah, he's overthinking it. Anyway, Mac and Winslow up for North Carolina. 2-2. 2 outs to get out of the inning. Maybe. Cord Rager for Oklahoma. Breaking ball gets the strikeout. So through one inning, Oklahoma 2, North Carolina 3. Top of the first, Oklahoma comes out, punches UNC in the mouth with a 2-run homer. And they answer right back. And they're showing on the graphic right now, North Carolina is 20-0 when scoring 2 or more runs in the first inning. As somebody that has Oklahoma money line, I am hoping that trend gets broken here. Hey, Texas was 22-0 in games that Sam Cozart pitched earlier. Oh, look who decided to show up. Well. What's up, buddy?
Wow.
Johnny Venezia,
Wow.
Johnny VTV. What's up, buddy? How we doing?
Dude, all right. So here's the crazy part. I'm watching. I just finished my rewatch of Sopranos. I do it every summer. It's a summer rewatch of Sopranos. I'm up to probably
It's June 20th.
It doesn't matter. It's in the summer. I did it already. It's done. So I'm like, okay, what's next on the rewatch list? Because I love rewatching old shows that I love. Entourage just restarted it. So my buddy texts me, oh my God, this we're up to a fast start here. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, Oklahoma. It's wild. I'm like, bro, the game doesn't start till 8 o'clock. What are you talking about?
No!
I had no idea. I had no idea this game started at 3 o'clock. So,
all right. I'll take part of the blame. I should have mentioned that when I texted you yesterday.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I didn't know if I could come on this today because I thought it was at 8, and I'm supposed to go to Del Rey tonight, and I was supposed to go on the app, and I don't know exactly what what the timeline for that looks like. But now it's 3:45. The game starts at 3, and yeah.
You missed it. You missed the updates. You weren't online. It's all good.
I have not been online. I've been like on a little radar silent here.
Well, for what you missed, Dieter put one in center field in the top of the first, took DeCaro deep, and then Cord Rager could just not find the strike zone in the bottom of the first. And then I was saying to the people watching, like, it's just what UNC does. It's just single, double in the gap. Like, they just paper cut you to death.
Can we talk about this? Because I've texted you. This is the worst College World Series finals ever. Like, you could say I'm being sour about, not having some of the juggernaut tickets that we've had make it to this point. But just from a pure, game standpoint, everyone's like, oh, it's the parity. And yes, part of that's true. But this sucks. UNC versus Oklahoma. Give me a break, dude. I haven't seen this lack of juice for a finals matchup in years since I started watching the sport. Every year's had a much better headliner matchup. Like, brother,
I kind of like it.
Why do you like it? No, I will tell you what I would have liked. I would have loved Ole Miss versus Georgia or Ole Miss versus Texas. I would have liked.
Yeah, well, yeah. We would have loved Texas
or UNC versus Georgia or Texas, because, like, obviously those two teams blew it, right? That's fair, and that's a big part of it. You're only as good as what you do in Omaha.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season. But the fact is, when you look at the rosters they had and what they've been doing, and, I mean, not just us, but so many other people that we know have been talking about, like, hey, the winner of Georgia-Texas game 1 is going to win the whole thing.
Yep.
That wasn't a bad assumption.
No.
That'll happen 99 out of 100.
No, I mean, me and you both were saying that the winner of Georgia-Texas was going to just win. Oklahoma obviously caught lightning in a bottle, and like they clearly, I mean, how many teams are going to throw 3 true freshmen, and twice against Georgia, and be able to win both those games? Like,
I'm sick of it. I'm telling you. All right, I wrote. So I don't think my article got published on RotoWire. I wrote it this morning because I think my editors, like me, thought it was late. So typically I have, like, it probably would have been posted around this time. But I wrote this whole venting paragraph. I'm like, this is depressing. Like Tony Soprano, quite frankly, I'm depressed and ashamed. UNC, who, by the way, UNC, in my opinion, had a way better team last year than they do this year. And they
both of the last 2 years.
And they had a better team 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This team is nothing special. But then, like, what I can at least stand for UNC, I like Scott Forbes. They're a great program. They're always there. Okay, fine, I can live with that. They're fundamentally sound. They're consistent. They don't beat themselves. They always show up, even if they're not sexy, they're not flashy. They don't have one guy that's like that top 10 pick, like or that superstar, like when Vance Honeycutt was there, or even Jake Knapp, ACC Pitcher of the Year. Like, they don't have those guys. Like, they have a lot of really good talent. And the offense is okay, but they find ways to win. And it's not sexy, but they get the job done. I can at least deal with that.
Yeah.
Because they beat Georgia Tech earlier this year. Jason DeCaro's done really well lately.
Yep.
Fine. Okay, fine. Like, Ole Miss shit the bed. That's what they did. That's what they did.
Yeah.
But then it's the other side. So, okay, fine. Georgia, Texas, they duke it out. Texas implodes. Carson Tinney, man, great year, and he flew away by some god-awful defense. I couldn't get over that.
I mean, we don't have to, like, wallow in our Texas misery for too long, but I mean, dude, the end of that game, what was the 8th inning? Like, you had your guy you had Adrian Rodriguez at the plate with a chance to take the lead or tie the game, and he goes down swinging. Like, you had the chance. Like, Texas had every chance to win that game. Like, I know Tinney is going to be the villain for that game 1 against Georgia, but, like, Texas, the entire offense stayed in Austin.
Dude, they scored 1 run in 2 games against Georgia. If I'm
insane. Yeah, you're right.
What happened?
Yeah.
Like, so when they played Tennessee, right, like, they were pretty much cruising. They got beat against A&M, but, that was a little bit different. That was like a Super Bowl for A&M, really. But against Tennessee, when they went to Knoxville, Tennessee, like, really had to have it. One thing I mentioned in that series, it's like, man, like, obviously Robbins, Tinney, Pack were really doing well, but they didn't have anybody that was consistently doing well for their offense, and it was a problem after their first 3. Like, yeah, Becerra's good, but it wasn't there consistently. Casey Borba, Mendoza, and then Rodriguez, they were hurt, and they took big steps back. And, that was a big part of it because those were guys that were supposed to be huge.
Yeah.
And then, they catch fire. The Tennessee series kind of lit a fire under their ass afterwards. Okay, Texas looks good. They get the job done. They go to the College World Series. And then you got to go play Georgia. Like, that was always how it lined up. But then if you're Georgia, this is really where it bothers me. This is the best team you've had in years.
Yes.
This is a team that was better than last year. It was better than the year when Charlie Condon went nuts. Like, the offense was comparable.
They had pitching this year.
The 2024 offense was comparable to this year's offense.
Yeah, agree.
But the pitching was a lot better. And then you have Joey Volchko, fucking legacy. I'm sorry, can I?
You're good.
Legacy game, Joey Volchko. Never threw a game anything close like that in his career. Complete game.
Yeah.
Almost
best game of his career.
Yeah, 15 Ks. Okay, fine. Like that's the kind of stuff that turns you from like maybe a first rounder to like a top 25 pick. We saw with Gage Wood.
I was just gonna say we saw with Gage Wood last year.
Yeah. But I mean, that if you're Georgia, you play Oklahoma in the 1-0, and listen, I have no ill will towards it, but you let Xander, not even LJ, Mercurius, come in and shut you down. And Xander Mercurius, who did nothing this year, nothing.
Was on like his 7th start of the year.
Yeah, he didn't even start in half of the games. Maybe like not even 35% of the games. He made a couple of starts in the regular season. He did okay. He got lit up against Tennessee in the SEC tournament. He got touched against Georgia Tech. He did solid against Kansas. And then he comes in Omaha, throws 7 1/3 shutty, or not shutty, 3 earned runs, a few home runs.
Yeah.
But you can't consistently get on any guys. You can't move them over. You can't just do the thing you've been doing. And Omaha be damned, because Oklahoma, all of a sudden, a team that doesn't hit home runs all year, turns into the fucking 1927 Yankees, Murderers Row. Like, they're hitting balls out in Omaha in bunches. But then you're Georgia, and this kid is just mowing you down.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like, this is a guy that, he had, quite frankly, no business doing that. 7 1/3. Like, okay, if he comes in one time through the order, okay, fair. Like, that happens.
Yeah.
But then you're the Bulldogs. You're the top offense of the country 2-3 times through the order. Some freshman who has struggled all year is shutting you down.
Yep.
And then it sucks because I think it was Aoki pitched.
Caden Aoki pitched awesome.
He was pitching a hell of a game. It wasn't really the pitching's fault for Georgia. It was the offense. And
right.
I'm really surprised. But let me tell you this. This is what drives me nuts about Oklahoma. Let's disregard the fact, Jake, that I had a 60-1 preseason in 2022 coming into the tournament.
Oh.
Right? So I got to relive this shit, because this is what happened. And I said it to my friend at the same time, because I was against Ole Miss that year. I'm like, they're really not that good. Oklahoma's the sleeper. Now it's the opposite. Now I had Ole Miss this year, and I'm like, I don't think Oklahoma's got it. They're all freshmen. They don't have any reliable starting pitchers. All they do is they run the bases. They don't have much power.
Right.
There's a lot of question marks, and they're in a tough field. They win the first game, I think, against the Citadel. Then they lose to Georgia Tech. They're 9 toes in the fucking grave.
They were dead.
And then they come back against Georgia Tech 8-2 in game 1, win that, and then they win again in extras. And then they run through Kansas, and then here they go. They're running through the entire right side of the bracket. This is a team that lost 3 series in a row to end the SEC regular season.
And to be fair, like you and I had talked before the tournament even started, and we were like, Kansas, like whatever. And I was kind of lame. I was cool on Alabama all year long. Like, was I surprised they got shut out? Yeah. But I mean, they were, I never really thought, I was surprised they made it to Omaha in the first place, to be honest with you. But yeah, then you got to those Georgia games, and I was like, all right, now this is where Oklahoma just dies. And they figured it out, man. I mean, this was the knock against them for this series, though. Is like, all of these because North Carolina is a lineup just of juniors and seniors, first of all, too. So like a lot of these guys were on that team a couple of years ago. Like they've been to Omaha, they've been in this stadium, whereas you got 3 true freshmen for Oklahoma trying to figure it out and keep the hot streak rolling. We'll see though, because I mean it's early, and now I was even saying before you got on, like it's the second inning right now. In Oklahoma, you mentioned the Georgia Tech series. All they do is come from behind. Like in that series, especially, like it was just they figure it out and they just come from behind and win these games.
This isn't even hot. I wrote a thing, and the article hadn't been published. I was like, "Do you guys understand?" And I described the sequence of events. Like they lost 3 straight series. They lost the first game in SEC tournament. They
to LSU, to a terrible LSU team in that SEC tournament.
They had to lose. They had to come back from the hole in the regionals against Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
For them to be here right now after all that and everything, you probably got a better chance of being struck by lightning while being bit by a shark than Oklahoma did. Because here's the thing, Oklahoma didn't have the makeup. Like these guys weren't hitting home runs. They hit what, like 75 home runs in the regular season?
So it was something like that, yeah.
This team's pitching really, I mean, come on, really wasn't that good.
No.
Like
I mean, I
beginning of the year, the first few weeks when it was LJ Mercurius and Cam Johnson, they were rolling, and then Ranger was coming along. Like, okay, that's different because those guys were good. Like Cam Johnson, we at least know this guy from LSU and the development he's made. Yeah.
The talent was there.
Yeah, LJ Mercurius came off hot. Like, but this is insane. I'm thinking to myself, and I told you, what kind of blood magic ritual seance did they do? Because there's no explanation. This does not happen. It's not chalk it up to, it's college baseball. This doesn't happen.
And to your point, we haven't even seen Cam Johnson since Supers. Like he hasn't thrown up. We haven't seen him in weeks, literally.
3 weeks. What is happening?
Which I honestly
freshman. And then the kid that beat Georgia the last time, that kid didn't even do 30 innings until that point in the year. Yeah. He was at like 27 innings at that point. They
just plucked him off the bench.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They had to have sold their soul to the devil. They had to. It's some Paulie Gaultier said it's some satanic black magic.
So what? Do you think this is going to be a series? I mean, it's 3-2 in the bottom of the second right now for North Carolina. But like, are you taking North Carolina in 2?
Bro, I'm not betting against Oklahoma right now. I think it's going to be Oklahoma. I think it's going to be Oklahoma.
That's what I was saying, and I wrote this in my Substack yesterday. Like, I'm just going to bet Oklahoma every game because, I mean, yesterday when I bet the game, it was plus 160. It got bet down to plus 130 today. Like, if it's going to be that big of a discrepancy in these games, I'm just going to bet Oklahoma. Like, I'm just going to take, like, the bets can lose, fine. But, like, if you're going to make them that big of dogs after everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm not going to bet against this team.
Yeah. I don't know how you can bet against Oklahoma right now.
And even if they lose this game, like let's say North Carolina goes on to win game 1, like, all right, Ryan Lynch and Folger Bose are going to get you back-to-back wins.
Well, I think you know what? I think they would probably save a kid in Glauber for game 3. Like if it all worked out well, maybe they would die Glauber a couple innings and then they at least start him in game 3 if it got there.
Yeah, but do or die. Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't get over it. I'm like obviously still depressed about it, but I can't get over it how they're here. How the fuck are they here?
Well, even going back to that final game 7 against Georgia Tech, Oklahoma was down in that game going into what, the 7th inning?
Georgia Tech, they were down 8-2. And they were down
and then they had that 5-run inning.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, here we go. At the time, it was good. I'm like, hey, good, yeah,
right, yeah. We were against Georgia Tech.
The field. Yeah. Like maybe Oklahoma beats Kansas and gets to the College World Series, but they're not going to beat Texas and/or Georgia. Yeah, they're not going to beat them multiple times.
And they didn't. And I'll say this: I think if it had been if Texas had figured it out and been able to hit literally at all, I kind of think Texas beats Oklahoma. And that, like, I don't know about back-to-back, but they definitely beat them at least once.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like and this is the problem, and this is what I told my buddy. it's hard to rally back, but you got to get it a game at a time, right? So
Right.
let's say the winner in the losers bracket between Georgia and Texas went on to play Oklahoma
Mm-hmm.
in the 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma's 2-0 at that point.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No. 1-0.
Or the first game you mean?
2-0. I'm sorry. No, they're 2-0. So let's say the winner of Georgia and Texas in the elimination can go on to play Oklahoma when they're 2-0.
Yeah.
You got to get the first game against Oklahoma, right? And then you force the
elimination game.
Elimination.
Yeah.
If you're Georgia, you could probably go with Joey Volchko.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
In some capacity.
100%.
And then if you're Texas, you can go with Dylan Volantis.
Yep.
Now, are they going 120 pitches? Probably not. But even if you throw them out there for 3 or 4 innings, get something out of them, you keep them at like maybe 50 pitches, and then they're available at some point in the College World Series Finals. If you make it that far and you force that many games, I mean, you could still piece it together. It gives you a shot. But, Oklahoma slammed the door. Like this is a team that has not lost a game since June 3rd, June 4th. They haven't lost a game in 3 weeks.
Since the first round.
Come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's depressing.
And that's the thing though too, is like if somebody's out there saying that they saw this hot streak coming, or that they I knew, they're lying.
But here's the thing though. It's not like what Oklahoma had a few years ago.
Caught at the wall. I thought they were just about to get another one.
It's not like what Oklahoma had a few years ago. When Oklahoma, they started getting hot. Cade Horton was good, finally feeling himself after the TJ. They had a legitimate rotation.
Mm-hmm.
They had Jake Bennett. Horton was coming back healthy. David Sandlin, and they had an elite closer in Trevin Michael. That was that was
a great team.
And they were getting hot. That's different. Because hey, this team got hot. And that happens. This team got hot. But the Oklahoma team right now, this year, it didn't get hot. It was 14-16 in the SEC. They lost their last 3 series of the season. They get a quick exit in the SEC tournament.
If anything, it was the reverse. They started red hot and they jumped into the top 10 in the rankings. Yeah. They looked awesome, and then they fell apart.
One of the last teams in, it's just I don't know, man. It's I don't care what kind of handicapper you are. There was no precedent to bet them.
Yes.
They're throwing nothing but freshmen. They're a team that doesn't hit home runs. All this stuff on paper. They don't hit for power.
Mm-hmm.
They're very unsure on the mound. They're starting all freshmen that have struggled this year. They have really one path on their offense, which is running bases, which has always been a staple since Reggie Willits got there. But to me, it really was bizarre. But I mean, the thing is, who is going to bet Oklahoma outside of Oklahoma fans coming into this year, knowing the path that they would have gotten into, coming into the tournament, knowing what the projected path would have been. Who is going to sit there and say, yeah, Oklahoma's got a good chance? They're going to beat Georgia Tech. Then they're going to go beat Kansas. Then they're going to go beat multiple times one of Texas and or Georgia. And then they're probably going to have to play UNC, West Virginia, or Ole Miss to win it all. Who's going to say that?
Right.
Or, UCLA, potentially. That's what I'm saying. The mountain they had to climb, or even was projected to climb, insane.
And you and I had talked too, saying that when we were doing the preview of the tournament as a whole, we had said we wanted to be against Georgia Tech, except then Oklahoma was the 2 seed, and we were like, this Oklahoma team, the way that they look, and then they just went on this run. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody, we all thought that, and I had said it to you, the way that Oklahoma's pitching looked coming into the tournament, I thought it was just going to be nuke city for everything, especially that Georgia Tech team.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the way that Van Lackey was playing, and obviously Drew Burris as well. I thought that Georgia Tech team, and to their credit, the offense did its job for Georgia Tech. It's just Oklahoma's offense somehow kept pace and caught fire. But
I mean, I kind of chalked it up to the vulnerability that I've had all year. This goes back to January, February. Like why didn't even at 35-1, and I kind of was kicking myself, not just taking a piece, but I said to myself, did Oklahoma tie it up?
I don't unless I'm behind, but
I'm sportsbook tracking. They tied it up. Let me guess. Somebody hit 475.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds. Does LeChance hit another one? That'd be crazy.
He did.
No. I mean, did he actually? I'm way behind them. That sucks.
But yeah, bro, it's, we're talking about it. At the end of the day, coming into the year, I didn't really see much of a path for Georgia Tech if their pitching wasn't good. And, and I was fine with that. Like, I had no problem with not betting Georgia Tech. Well, obviously, their offense is going to be a wagon, right? But it was the pitching that was going to be a problem. Like, let's say Tate McKee panned out and Dylan Moy. Like, there was so much they were missing. Like, if you can't pitch, you're not going to make it. I don't care how good your offense is. If you cannot pitch, you cannot fucking make it. No team.
I don't know, man. LeChance is in a second home run, and it's now 3-3.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, at least LeChance has been a home run threat.
Yeah, they showed it at the first beginning of the game.
He's just gotten hot. He's become.
His first 32 games, 0 home runs. His last 32 games, now 18 home runs. Like, just insane run for him.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's got 6 home runs in the tournament.
That's so nuts. But I was saying, too, like, this is the problem with DeCaro. Like, DeCaro's got all the talent in the world, dude, but he just makes these mistakes.
LeChance hitting a lot of home runs. I mean, he wasn't not a home run hitter, but he wasn't, like, a prolific. Like,
no.
He hit 10 home runs coming into the tournament, which is solid. Like, he's had to fill in to become the new Easton Carmichael, who was always one of the big Oklahoma hitters in the century.
Dude, this team just doesn't give up.
I'm sick of them. I don't know what's worse, that they're going to do this to me this year when I had them last time, or they're going to blow up my Georgia ticket. Yeah. Which to be honest, like, the Georgia tickets I had kind of crumbled. I had one left. It was kind of crazy. I had Georgia Tech when they were 16-1, and I parlayed them to win with the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. So, like, 9K. I was like, I want to keep that one alive. Brutal.
Dude, I mean, I was looking earlier this week. I think I had looked. It was either before the second Georgia-Texas game. It had to have been. Yeah, it was in the elimination game against Georgia and Texas. And Oklahoma was still 10-1. And that was what, on Tuesday or Wednesday? They were still 10-1. And I thought about it and I didn't because I'm a coward. But, like, it's just everybody's been against this team and against.
Well, why wouldn't you be? Right. I mean, let's be honest here. They were down, right? Who's pitching? You're the Georgia Bulldogs. Who are you possibly facing? Xander Mercurius or Wazlowski?
Nick Wazlowski?
Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
I wonder.
And no disrespect to these guys, because straight up, like,
but they're true freshmen. They're true freshmen who haven't done it before.
But over the years in the podcast, like, look, man, I'm a big fan of Skip Johnson and Skip Johnson-led program. That's what this guy does. Mm-hmm. And, like, I remember talking about this years ago. Like, Skip Johnson, there's only a handful of schools. If you're a guy that wants to be a pitcher in the major leagues, Oklahoma is one of those schools to go to, with, like, Wake Forest and Tennessee, or Tennessee when it was. There's a handful of schools, Arkansas, and Oklahoma is one of them, because Oklahoma always seems to turn out these big time arms. Look who they've turned out in recent years, man.
Yeah.
So that's a different story. I'm not saying they won't be good, but the fact is, like, these guys have shown nothing, and now all of a sudden they're coming out of nowhere on the biggest stage against the top offense in the country. That's where it becomes bizarre.
Speaking of which, do you think Skip sends Rager out there again? He has to, right? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you're not going to go to the bullpen. Do you think we're going to see Cam Johnson at all in this series, or is he just?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. At what
point, the back of a milk carton.
3 weeks. At what point,
Because he's got all the talent in the world. Like, he's obviously their most talented pitcher, but, like, can you trust him?
Yeah, I mean, he can turn in 3 walks real quick,
or 3 homers.
Yeah, but I kind of mentioned the same thing when we were watching Ole Miss. right? Cade Townsend, a guy who might be a first rounder this year, or unless he stays in school for whatever reason and comes out next year. Cade Townsend hadn't pitched since the regionals. He didn't pitch in the supers because that's how it lined up, and he didn't get any time in. He didn't get any time in the College World Series. Not even relief.
Yeah, they kept him on the bench for that whole series. Which,
I'm going to be honest, man. I was a little surprised, and I understand this, but Taylor Ray pitched a hell of a game.
Yes.
And he wasn't even good. And for whatever reason, that tweet blew up. I don't know if you saw my tweet after.
Yeah, I saw when you first tweeted. I didn't see
he
the
threw
final.
5 shutout innings to that point. And I thought he was done, and they threw him back out there, and he just served a cock shot on a platter to Owen Vogel to give up the lead, which was extremely depressing. But in any case, Taylor Ray, I mean, he pitched a hell of a game.
Yeah.
But I tweeted, I'm like, he didn't even pitch good.
No.
But his not that good is still unbelievable. It was 5 shutout innings, 6 strikeouts, like in game 1 of the College World Series against UNC. And then it blew up, and a lot of people are like, oh, what do you mean he pitched good? I'm like, dude, I mean, he walked 4 guys, never had before, a bunch of stuff. But,
also, did you watch the game?
yeah, exactly. But the point is like, Taylor Rabe, he throws a hell of a game, but then game 2, I probably would win Cade Townsend over Hunter Elliott. And I know Hunter Elliott, he's been there before in the season, but he really hadn't been pitching that well this year.
No, he had been very volatile.
That was depressing as fuck, too. I had so much money on Ole Miss riding. I had so much Ole Miss straight, and I had a couple Ole Miss parlay with Jalen Brunson finals MVP. And I got to see Ole Miss just say, nah, buddy.
Oh,
you're gonna blow it to Troy.
Oh, you're sick.
That's not our team, Troy.
Yeah, that was another team of destiny. That was
a team that they
ridiculous.
They were up 4 against Troy, and then they just shit the bed.
Yeah, I mean that was that Troy run. I mean, I will say, like, for anybody who's like, oh yeah, Ole Miss, whatever. Like, you had said Ole Miss when we were doing the tournament preview show. Like, you were big on them, and they just did it again. They just did
a lot of good.
Hey, you could always circle back and say that you got the CLV.
Yeah, CLV, fucking big deal.
Rager's still out there, strikes out.
I gotta be honest. I'm kind of happy the season's coming to an end. It was.
Oh, come on! You don't.
It is, bro.
You don't mean that.
I'm be happy that Oklahoma, UNC are battling it out in a contest of mediocrity.
How can you say it's a contest of mediocrity? Like, this game's kind of a banger so far.
I mean, yeah, from people that are tuning in, like, okay, cool. But for me, for my interest, 1, and 2. Just for like a pure matchup standpoint, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I will say, like, this is massive for, like, just us as college baseball enjoyers. Like, I'm sure you saw the tweet of, like, it's been the most watched College World Series ever so far. Oh, goodbye. Rager just gave up an absolute moonshot, but it went just foul. Oh, that went just foul. Woo! He really got away with one. But, like, this is good for us as college baseball. Like, this gets more eyes on college baseball. Like, now, because you and I complain about this all the time, like how lines are always slow to come out, or like it's impossible to like watch some of these games. Like, this is massive for us going forward, because now the more people watching college baseball, like, people are going to be on it now. Like there's going to be networks, theoretically at least, like trying to get these games on more and get more eyeballs on it, like, which is massive for us.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, I guess. But
you sound depressed, dude.
I am. But let me explain something to you how it works. And, bro, you work for books too, so you understand this. Okay, right? They start throwing money behind it, right? Marketing, promotion. They start growing the game, and God forbid this dumb new proposal from the MLB goes through.
Oh yeah,
where it eliminates the high school talent from the draft pool.
Right.
But good and bad to that. But it sounds a lot more destructive than anything. They throw more money behind it, more promotion, more people start covering it. From a grow the game standpoint, we don't get anything out of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
We don't. Look, I want to grow the game in terms of like popularity, but I don't want to grow the game in terms of like, hey, like we're gonna get all these other media outlets. Because then what happens? The people like us who have been on this sport for years, boots on the ground, when nobody else gave a fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of us get cut out. But
then you're going to get people parachuting
don't
in.
know anything and don't care and like have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
They get to come in. So that's really the thing. And for me personally, this, like I'm not really much in terms of like college baseball analysis. Like I like it from the betting and podcasting side, if anything. But that's the dangers, man. Like that's the truth. They'll bring in people that don't know the sport, don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you're going to get people parachuting in who are just talking out of their ass.
It's the new thing. And then it's like, well, yeah, but how about the people that have been covering for like 5, 6, 7 years? Like how about the people that like saw Paul Skeens pitch in college all year, or saw Ole Miss's heroic run and Kate Horton's big College World Series in 2022.
Have that in the back pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
So there's a double-edged sword. I think it's actually worse. So like the grow the game thing is only good to a certain point, FYI. Because once this thing becomes too big, then it becomes dangerous, because the real cool thing is it's still a niche. Not many people do it. More people, especially what I've seen the last 3 years, say it's become a lot bigger, but it's still a niche. But then
it's still like a corner of the internet.
You blow this thing up to like the MLB, where like you get people that like, because there's nothing else on, or they have to try and handicap something. They'll try and handicap an MLB game. They don't know.
Right.
You think it could become
and if there is an MLB lockout next year, then that's just going to naturally. I agree. I don't think there is
never going to be a lockout.
I think people are being so dramatic.
There's a negotiation tactic.
I agree. Well, first of all, buddy, watch something more positive, because I could tell that you've been watching too much Sopranos and you're depressed. Yeah. I need you to get on something else. Real quick before I let you go, do you like anything for Rookie of the Year?
For MLB?
Yeah. I mean, right now, like Weatherholt and McGonigal are minus money favorites.
Yeah. Well, all right. So let me touch real quick here, because JJ Weatherholt was the guy I gave out preseason. It was like 450. And I'm like, hey, look, I love Weatherholt again, an incubator guy. A guy I've been watching for 3 years.
Right.
A guy that like we've known about. We're not like one of these prospect guys that like wait till these guys get in the MILB and then start following them like they were day oneers. No, like we saw this guy. We said like this should be the number 1 pick over Bazana if they're going to go that route.
Right.
Go over it. Still, from a betting perspective, especially in the MLB, it was way too early. It's a crowded field. Right. And I was like, look, maybe if Weatherholt gets into like the 10, 12 to 1, I would buy it. And like there was a time, but like now I'm not gonna pull the trigger on it from.
Yeah, you're not gonna bet minus 110.
Let me see if I can find the odds.
I looked today. It's Sal Stewart and Bryce Eldridge are the second and third favorites at like 4 to 1.
I'm not doing that. Do you have any Nick Kurtz MVP, by the way?
I have a little Kurtz from 11 to 1 from like 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. I think he's gonna win. Like it's like Bobby Witt Jr. never. Like Yordan Alvarez is a contender for sure, but also he doesn't play the field. Completely agree. So I think it's gonna be Kurtz. I think Kurtz is gonna win.
It's funny. I'm actually annoyed with myself. I have Kurtz. Like, let me ask you a question, honestly, for you, right? We both hit the Nick Kurtz AL Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. That was so great.
That was beautiful.
It was so awesome.
No sweat too, which fucking A. I needed that. So we both came in nice, hit for a nice little payday.
Yeah.
MVP. Another one of our day one guys.
Mm-hmm.
What is an amount you feel comfortable? They're like, hey, I'm going to bet this guy. This is an amount I feel like I should win in order for me to say, like, yeah, it was really worth it. Like, everybody's different. Everybody's got their numbers. Like, for you to win $1,000 on Nick Kurtz to win MVP, is that worth it? Or does it have to be like 3 or 5K or a different number?
I mean, 1,000 is worth it to me. Like, I'll put it to you this way. Like, let's just talk about it from like an odds standpoint. Like, I'm not betting somebody who's like, if it's like now, like June, like if it's late in the year and it's very clear that somebody should win and they're like plus money, that's a different story. But like, let's say for right now, or like when we were looking at it 2 weeks ago and Kurtz was 11 to 1.
Yep.
Like, that was clearly a wrong number.
Yep.
And so like, I'm going to bet that. Now, if we like now when it's 3 to 1, 4 to 1, I'm like, I'm probably good. Like, I would still maybe hit it a little bit. But like at 11 to 1, which is way wrong, then yeah, you're going. You're like, okay, we're absolutely like you have to do that. Like, yeah, I mean, I think it depends on like obviously like unit size, things like that. But I think 11 to 1 was way worth it a couple weeks ago. I still even think like now is still kind of worth it just because I think Witt and Alvarez are so fraudulent. But it just depends on like what your handicap is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, man, like for me, MLB, I consider MLB hits from like from a unit perspective and from a payout perspective a little bit different than college.
Yeah.
Like for me, I really think 5 figures is worth it for a college team.
Totally.
Like that's what it would have been for me for Ole Miss or Florida or Texas. Georgia's a little bit different. So like, so for me, that's worth it. Hey, if I have something that wins 5 or 6K on these guys, cool. That's good. Like I'm not going to say no, but that's not like a big hit for me from college. But from an MLB, that's a big hit, right?
Totally.
Like, you know,
well, and because MLB is so long, like you're waiting long for it,
and it's hard. The thing is with MLB voting, especially, it's such bullshit, dude. It's terrible. It's so narrative based. But yeah, like I got a piece of Nick Kurtz. I wish I got more. I was a little disappointed that I didn't put more on him.
Yeah, but, hindsight, obviously.
But to be honest, at the time when I put it on, like, you know, this is one thing that we know about Nick Kurtz is like we saw him play so much and so often, and the thing is like when he gets hot and he carries it. But like at the time when we bet him and he was 12 to 1, whatever, like he started to get hot a little bit, but he was still at like 11 or 12 home runs.
Yeah,
he wasn't hit. And all you're projecting is like, you know, what he could be. But in terms of like what he was right now and where he was in the race, he really wasn't that close. And now it's obviously over the last 2 weeks is a different story.
And that Vegas series helped, obviously. But I mean, we knew his upside was crazy. But we'll see. We got it's June. We got like 5 months to go for that.
Let me ask you that one. So I mean, I took a little Bazana when he was like 30 to 1. I think that's there. But the AL is interesting. What about Braden Montgomery?
Dude, I
already took Montgomery.
I took a little Montgomery when he debuted because it was 175 to 1 at FanDuel.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's an insane, like, I was like, that's a crazy number. Like, you can't hang that up there. I mean, maybe McGonigal just wins because, I mean, he's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I think AL is wide open. Like, if McGonigal twists his ankle and he misses a couple weeks, like this is wide open. And you and I, we've talked about this, like Braden Montgomery.
What's McGonigal doing that's so special? He's batting .282 with 6 homers, 26 RBIs. Like the OPS is solid. Like, you know.
Well, that's what I mean. I think he's just solid. Like I think everybody else, especially with Murakami going down, like everybody else is pretty underwhelming.
That's the other thing. That's also why it makes it really difficult. The Murakami issue. Like he was running away with it until he gets hurt. But he's still got 20 home runs, right? What if he comes back and he hits 10 more home runs? He's got 30 home runs.
Yeah.
How does he not win?
I think he's still way live.
But then also like, and this is why betting MLB is really difficult. And it's not difficult in a good way. You got this guy Murakami who's obviously having a great year, but he's also 26, 27. He's been a professional overseas, hasn't he? Yeah. Like so he's technically a rookie for the MLB, but he's not really a rookie in terms of pro ball. He's played professionally overseas. Yeah. So, you know, that's where the fine line is. And, you know, to be honest, is there that big of a difference between Travis Bazana and Kevin McGonigal? Like is the difference that big to where McGonigal's minus and Bazana's 12 to 1?
I mean, Bazana, it feels like he just needs one hot streak. I think, and people don't pay attention to him because, like, he doesn't, not that McGonigal's blowing people away with power numbers, but I think, like, Bazana just does, like, he steals bases, he hits singles, he plays good defense. Like, that's never going to catch anybody's attention. You know what I mean? So I think that's where he, like, he loses some public perception points. You know, like, you and I watch him, we're like, yeah, he's really
but he's the number one pick.
Yeah, like, you and I watch him, we're like, yeah, this guy rules. But it's more like people are watching McGonigal, and especially McGonigal has, like, 3 home runs in the last week or something. So he gets recency bias there too, which is why the number is what it is now. But yeah, I mean, I think Bazana's going to be live. I think if our guy Braden could ever get on a hot streak, like, I'm locked in. I'm locked in on him. I got like 5K. No, I'm in on him too. And there's still a 150 to 1 out there. But I think Murakami is like, if he keeps hitting home runs when he comes back, and especially if the White Sox win that division, he's going to win.
I mean, he's got 20 home runs, to be honest. I think that's the guy to bet right now.
Totally.
So you're telling me a guy
I think he's coming
who has
back soon.
20 home runs, and it's not even the All-Star break, and he's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's 550.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, last year I felt, and I said to my buddy, if Nick Kurtz gets to 30 home runs, it's over. That's it. Close the line. It's done. Nobody else is winning. If Murakami gets to 30 home runs, there's nobody based on merit that's probably going to be able to win.
Especially if the White Sox win that division, or even just make the playoffs. Like this was the worst team in baseball 2 years ago.
I mean, that's what happens when you stack all these picks.
Right.
I mean, truly, I don't think anybody else is gonna win. I mean, look, Brandon Montgomery, we know can get hot. We know Montgomery can light it up quick. But like all these other guys, I just don't think any of them have like a virtual chance.
Yeah, never any of the pitchers. Never your Savage, never Messick. Like pitchers are just not going to win.
Sammy Basallo, Cole Emerson, Antonacci, DeLauder, Carter Jensen. Like I don't think any of these guys have a realistic chance. I think honestly, right now, if you want to take a shot on Brandon Montgomery because you haven't, he can heat up quick. Like he can really turn it around quick. He's worth a sprinkle, but I think really right now the only bet to make is Murakami at 550.
Well, and even I would like because Murakami still hasn't come back. Like wait until the last second for him to come back. Like wait because like I just looked, he just started his rehab activities, so like it's
he's probably at least a couple weeks away.
100%. So like you got to wait till the last second. Like don't because you might get out to a couple extra dollars here, which doesn't sound like a lot now, but like you get out to 7-8 to 1. Instead of plus 550, like it's going to look much better.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, also from the NL perspective, JJ Weatherholt, I didn't really miss much. He'll probably end up winning and be like, all right, well, I didn't end up betting him because I'm not going to bet a guy at 450. Maybe it was
in spring training,
and also like when this stuff happens, we're in the thick of it with college baseball.
Yes.
So every single dollar that I'm betting is going to college baseball.
100%.
I'm not worried about tying up a couple $100 to maybe win 1,000 in 7 months. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, and like with Rookie of the Year in Major League Baseball too, like it's so fluid. Like you can usually around this time bet somebody at a good price, and like, I mean, and still get in pretty good with most of these guys. Like Drake Baldwin didn't go on his hot streak until about this time last year.
That was also bullshit. He should.
Well, yeah, you had big Cade Horton, but that injury.
But let's be honest. Like, what are we looking at for the NL? I mean, I'm sick because I thought Charlie Condon would have been up. Charlie Condon would have been up a month ago, and that was the guy I took a piece on because I thought he was going to make a quick jump. But I don't really like anything in the NL, man. Like Eldridge and Stewart, of course they have a shot. Like McLean. Not surprised he took a regression. Connor Griffin.
Yeah, shocker.
Connor Griffin missed too much time, I think.
I still think there's a chance Griffin could win. It just depends on when he comes back. But also the problem is like if Weatherholt's just going to be considered because Weatherholt's been on a tear for like 3 weeks too.
Yeah,
he's been playing really well. So like that's.
I mean, Weatherholt's got a good chance of going 2020 as a rookie.
Yeah,
as a top prospect, like that's hard to beat.
Yeah, it is. And especially playing second base too, where he's going to rack up WAR as a good defender. Like he's in a good spot.
But otherwise, I don't know.
I mean, he's a 3-win player already. He's been really good.
Weatherholt's a stud. That was never,
No, yeah, that was never in doubt.
What's going on with Mizorowski? Like, are you shitting me? Like this guy was just a thrower last year. That's all he was. Now all of a sudden he's a pitcher. Transition to 1 year and he's dialing it up. Like I had Chase Burns Cy Young ticket.
Yeah,
he's doing really good, but it's like in comparison, he's not doing anything to Mizorowski.
Well, and that's the thing though, too, with Miz, like all it takes is
a bad start.
One bad start, and this thing is wide.
Let me tell you something though. And he was 15-1 the other day, and I told my buddy, we should be taking a shot on Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens down year, 2.85 ERA, 99 Ks, 0.93 WHIP. He's not even having a that good of a year, and this is what he's produced.
And that's I think you accidentally just hit the nail. I think it's not even that good of a year by his standards. So it's kind of like almost Skeens fatigue. So I feel like people want, like, I feel like, because you mentioned it earlier, like MLB voter bias. I think people see him as like, oh, well, he's going to be a contender for the next 10 years. If we can find an excuse to go elsewhere, let's just do it, because probably next year he bounces back and wins. So I feel like there's some anti-Skeens sentiment out there this year.
I mean, not for nothing though. This is the other thing. I love Paul Skeens.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But we've been Paul Skeens since college.
Yeah.
Like before the hype, the real hype. Why is Chase Burns still being disrespected?
Because he plays for the Reds.
I get it.
Nobody cares.
But Mizorowski plays for the Brewers.
But also, like, Mizorowski's putting up like the 15. Like, we know Burns can do that. We know he'll do it at some point in his career. But like, he just hasn't been. I also feel like with Burns, there's some inconsistency. Like he hasn't strung together like that true dominant start yet, because like he doesn't go complete games yet. Like Chase Burns half the time is going 5 innings still. Like there's still kind of that cap. I feel like the next leap for him is
he's been going 6 a decent amount this year. He went nuts in the month of May.
Yeah, but I mean, like compared to like Mizorowski, who's throwing these complete games, you know, like that's where the disconnect happens, I think.
But I mean, I look, man, I think we're a couple bad starts from Mizorowski.
No, totally.
Because like at some point, you're not going to keep this up.
No, it's unsustainable. It's just where like if and when he stumbles, it's how badly he stumbles. Like, is it a 3 innings and 7 earned runs, or is it like
I need a couple
5 innings and 4?
A couple of those.
Yeah.
What about the AL? The AL's crazy. I mean,
Cy. Dude, Schlittler was awesome last night. He might just win.
Too? What's going on there? Schlittler? I mean, come on. Of course, the year Scooble and Crochet both get hurt. And
Hunter Brown.
And Hunter Brown. Is there anybody else? It's Schlittler, Dylan Cease, really.
Dude, if Brian Wu could ever be considered, like, I don't know what the hell is going on with that guy.
If he had the year last year.
Yes. Like, I don't know what happened to this guy where, like, every time I want to talk about him, he gets not lit up, but, like, he has a just okay start. It's so infuriating.
I know.
It pisses me off.
You think DeGrom's going to?
He's going to be there. It's just like I always worry about if his elbow's going to explode.
I mean, he's got a 3.6. Numbers are a little high. I think they're just thinking because he's DeGrom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Schlittler was awesome last night, and then like Cease is the next guy, and people have been dying to give Cease the award for.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
years.
You know how much I had on him in 2022? That's another guy.
Dude, Cease
2022 was a rough year for me, buddy. I lost the Cy Young. I lost the Oklahoma ticket. Forgot I lost something else. I lost the Tennessee ticket. I lost the Phillies that year. The Phillies in 2022. Right? I think it was the Phillies.
Dude,
dude,
you know what? Cease is the new Zach Wheeler, where he's always going to be like top 5 in the voting. He's just never going to win. I'm convinced.
Maybe.
I'm convinced that's his deal.
C-Statty.
He's great. It's just I just feel like he's always going to be second or third, and that's just never going to happen, which sucks. But it's just I don't know, man. But all right, buddy, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you.
Sounds good, buddy.
Hey, thanks for showing up to the game. Good that you got the clock right finally. But tell them where they can find you. Tell the people
on Twitter at _JohnnyVTV, and yours truly has a personal podcast called Breaking Bet, and you could also find me on RotoWire, giving out all my thoughts and opinions.
You're the man, buddy. I appreciate you. I'll see you out there, and we'll talk soon. All right.
Sounds good.
All right, later, my man. Johnny VTV. Everybody, Johnny Venezia, one of the first people that I first started talking to in the college baseball scene. As speaking of which, Oklahoma, a single over the middle, kind of like a duck snort single into the outfield to score not 1, 2 runs, please. 5-3, Oklahoma in the top of the 4th. They don't say die, which now, unfortunately, also. North Carolina can easily punch back. But, I mean, Oklahoma, 3 unanswered runs to take the lead back. They're looking good. They're back in the driver's seat here. A lot of game left. But it's the top of the 4th, and Oklahoma's taking the lead. They got a man on second. Jason DeCaro's got 80 pitches. Maybe there's guys up in the bullpen for NC. We'll see where this goes. But follow Johnny _Johnny VTV on Twitter. Awesome college baseball analyst, better, really good dude. Really helped me get into the space a couple of years ago. One of the first college baseball betting people that I ever was aware of. Speaking of which, I believe Rob Brown will be here at some point just to chop it up. We've been doing this for an hour and a half, and it's only felt like 15 minutes. I've had a great time. This has been great. Oh, wait, I didn't do these. Sorry. Hold on. I didn't do it. I owe you two. My bad. The second one is going to hurt. It's the first time I've made a face drinking Malort in a long time. All right. Whew. My bad. I made a promise. Promise is made. Promise is kept. Sorry. Wow. All right. I really hope my girlfriend isn't still watching because she's definitely got the ick now. Whew. All right. But Oklahoma has scored on 3 separate occasions. 3 Malorts down. And I do this for you guys. I do this for the people. Tell your friends. Tell them that. Oh, Oklahoma, another run. It is now 6-3 after a ground ball up the middle that deflected off the shortstop's glove in the center field. This, again, like to Johnny's point, Oklahoma, it's the devil magic. Like it's just like a chopped ground ball deflected off the infielder's glove to score a run. And it's now 6-3. That's just that's business, baby. I know what I have to do because I did say every time Oklahoma scores. We're down to our final 3. We're gonna have to go to the bottle soon. Was really not expecting this to happen today. Well, that sucks. All right. Promises made, promises kept. See what I do for you people? I'm going to refill my water during this commercial break. Talk amongst yourselves. Anyway, the Oklahoma Devil Magic continues. It is now 4 unanswered runs for the Sooners. 6-3 lead, 4th inning. I shouldn't have sat down because now I have to pee, kind of, and it is commercial. I'll wait for the end of the top half of the inning. It's also the problem with doing these streams and just talking and filling the apartment with hot air is that it's getting warm in here. And as a bona fide sweat boy, starting to sweat a little bit. And my hair is just out of control too. Like I think I gotta go back and get a haircut. Cause like this is just it's not very good. I have a text. This is about yeah, Kate, to answer your question, that's fine. It's probably I did say I would do it every time Oklahoma scored. A couple of home runs, a couple of RBI singles, and as such, here we are. Did I expect this to happen? No. Kind of thought this would be like a 3-1 game. It's 6-3. I got one of the numbers right. So, we'll see. Yeah, almost threw that over. We'll see. That's what the literal, entirely full bottle of Malort is for. And someday, my children will look back on this, and they'll be like, "Wow, what the hell?" And I'll be like, "Listen, the things that you do for content. I'm unemployed in the media space, at least. If anybody would like to change that, hit my line." But the point being that I will say, kids, it's what you do for content. Some people go full talking head, hot take, rage bait. And not to say that I'm above a good rage bait. I love a good rage bait just as much as the next guy. But, oh no. It's 7-3. I fear that being the Malort guy has maybe come back to bite me. This may be the first time in my life that being, quote, the Malort guy is reaping some benefits that I did not want to reap. This is really unfortunate. Well, promises made, promises kept. The nice thing is that Malort is pretty low ABV, so it's okay. It's fine. I had a big lunch. I've had 3 Celsius, so the caffeine is really burning it away. I just have to mentally steel myself for this one. This is going to make a great clip. Man. Well, Oklahoma, stolen bag. Ball gets by into center field, and they're going to third. There might be it. All right, level with me here. I'm going to wait. This is going to be a good old 2-for-1. I'm going to put this here because Oklahoma might score again, and there's only so much the human body can handle. Okay? I'm a man approaching 30. We have to move the goalposts a little bit at some points, okay? I had somebody look at me at the side of my head a couple days ago and point out my grays. Just a friend of a friend. It was an acquaintance. It wasn't even somebody I know that well. And they looked at the side of my head and they were like, wow, grays are coming in. Hello? I know that. Why are you telling me? I don't know you that well. Which is fine, because I think I look fine with grays. Little salt pep at 28 years old. I'd much rather be gray than losing my hair. Don't get me wrong. Just Camden. Oh, okay. Oklahoma possibly. Oh no, Cord Rager's just getting back up. Wait, what? Why is he? That's interesting. Cord Rager wasn't in the dugout. He was out in the bullpen for some reason. Ooh. Might as well drain the less of the Celsius on here. All right. Well, Oklahoma putting on a clinic. 7-3, top of the fourth, and they are maybe not done yet with a man on third and 2 outs as North Carolina's going back to the bullpen. Oh, no, they did. All right. It was a weird cutaway then. All right, let's see what happens. Dieter LeChance back at the plate. The man with 2 home runs to his name already in a 1-0 count. Now a 2-0 count. Yeah, I mean, you would pitch around him. How can he not? This guy has 2 home runs. Hitting .339 on the season. 18 home runs, and they're all in his last 32 games. What an insane pace. Good for him. Man, I mean, is Oklahoma going to be dogs again tomorrow? You can't, right? You have to make them favorites. You don't have to, but I mean, if Oklahoma's plus money again, we just have to. I mean, I said that I was going to bet Oklahoma on every game, and assuming this result holds, it's going to be pretty awesome. But anyway, LeChance under it. Ball goes to center field, and the inning for North Carolina mercifully over. All right, this is for the 7th run. I keep my promises. Mom, look away. Yeah, that one hurt a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Just going to sit in that one for a second. My eyes are watering because I'm staring directly into my light, not because of anything else. Man, when I tell Rob Brown about this, he's going to lose it. Anyway, chat, how are we feeling? Anybody's got any comments, any bets, anything that you're percolating on? Let me know. I, really fast, am going to go to the bathroom because I have to pee. I realize what that sounds like now. No, I'm not going to throw up because that would be crazy. I just need to use the bathroom. I need to use the little boy's room. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. Cut me some slack. I'll be right back. Everybody be good. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, boys and girls, we're back. Hello. So I'm laughing at the beauty of doing this stream on an iPad is that I see my texts come through. So when my friends text me stupid stuff, I see it, and I'm not going to put the group chat out on blast because that would be violating the rules of the group chat. But it's just funny. Anyway, bottom of the 4th in Omaha, Oklahoma 7, North Carolina 3. I have done, I'm not even going to announce it. If you've been part of the stream, you know it. Nick Cashew just texted me, how can you do this? What is, it's pure gas. Yeah, it's gasoline. It's pure gas, baby, just like this stream. Listen, it's 20% skill, 50% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. If you know, you know. Anyway, Cord Rager's still out there as he gets a pop fly to left field for the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. I did nail that, right? It's 15% pleasure, 15% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Yeah, I was right. Got it. Nailed it. That song was big in the zeitgeist for because I'm famously 28. As a man approaching 30, that song was massive in the zeitgeist in 2010. It is for a 12, 13-year-old Jake Hasan, and I think this can apply to most people my age in that time. That song, bars, had a stranglehold on adolescent teen boys. But it did go hard. So, and I still remember it. So clearly it had an effect. Oh, that was a straight Malort burp. I'm reliving all of it. Chicago delicacy, by the way. Stay hydrated, kids. Anyway, Cord Rager with a hit batter in the bottom of the fourth. So now North Carolina is going to have a man on first with one out. A huge hit batter to cut the lead to 4. If anybody knows that meme, that's a verbal meme for everybody. All right, we'll see what happens. Anybody who's just parachuting in, hi, I'm Jake Hasan. We've had a little bit of Malort because I did make promises that every time Oklahoma scores, I would do a little taste of Malort. And if anybody's unfamiliar with Malort, Chicago delicacy, look it up and try it if it's in your area. I did. Speaking of which, actually, I have a friend, shout out Sam, who's on a bachelorette trip in Raleigh, North Carolina. And she said she was in a bar in Raleigh and they had a bottle of unopened Malort behind the bar, which makes sense because Rob Brown has also corroborated this story that for whatever reason, bars in the South carry Malort. I don't know why, but more power to you. Well, my hairline really hasn't moved an inch as a man approaching 30. Anyway, really quick, because this is happening. Thank you, Ashu, for knowing what song I was referencing and texting it to me. For anybody who is watching on GameDay Garage, on Twitter, am I reading this text right? Oh, wow. Nice basket catch behind the back by the Oklahoma second baseman in the outfield. That was kind of sick. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs now. Man on first. Kate, am I reading this text right? GameDay Garage stream ends in 5 minutes. Move fully to my Twitter. So am I reading this right that the GameDay Garage stream ends on Twitter? Or are we just going to my Twitter? I probably shouldn't be pulling the curtain back this far, but this is the Jake Hasan experience. Okay, Twitter changes. Got it. Thank you, Nick Ashew. All right, so if you're watching on the GameDay Garage Twitter, go to either my Twitter at DJ Hasan or go to GameDay Garage on Twitter. Sorry about that. If you're watching on the GameDay Garage Twitter, you can continue to watch this stream with yours truly on my Twitter at DJ Hasan. As Oklahoma ends the inning, we're going to the top of the fifth, 7-3 Sooners. You can continue watching this stream on my Twitter at DJ Hasan, on the GameDay Garage YouTube, the GameDay Garage Twitch. However, if you're watching on the GameDay Garage Twitter, this will be goodbye because we have to flip things over to the GameDay Garage golf stream, which I'm going to promote as soon as I pull it up in like 2 seconds. So bear with me. One more second. I really shouldn't have had Chipotle today too with all that Malort because it's not mixing well. I have it. GameDay Garage, Capital Golf Gang, DC's premier golf show, U.S. Open Special, is starting in 5 minutes on the GameDay Garage Twitter. So go check that out because you are going to see Steve Zabin host the U.S. Open with you for day 3. Now, if anybody was wondering, Jake, you're a baseball person, but you like to bet, and you've bet golf before. Do you have anything in the U.S. Open? I do, dear viewer. None of them are going to win. In fact, most of them missed the cut. Cam Young is the only person I have alive today. The leader, Wyndham Clark, who is also 1 over on the day, is at 6 under, though. The literally only person I have alive today, and for the rest of the weekend, is Cam Young, who's at a lovely 5 over. because he's 3 over on the day. And this is why I rely on smart people that are not myself for golf bets, like Steve Zabin. So you should check out his stream if you're into that. Except I will say, and I'm going to give him credit, Tyler Morales did text me about Wyndham Clark. And I don't like Wyndham Clark because I think he's kind of a chud. I think I could say chud, yeah. And he's just kind of a loser, and I don't like him very much. So I didn't bet him, and he was 45-1. So now, when he inevitably wins, I'm going to look at all the things I need to fix around my apartment, and I'm going to scream into this pillow. Back to the college baseball. As Oklahoma opens the top of the 5th inning with a leadoff double, maybe triple? Double. And we were dangerously close to another Malort shot. Thankfully, my girlfriend is going to a rooftop bar with her friends tonight. So she's not watching this. Jackson Willits with the leadoff double. And we're going to do a clip of all of these Malort shots. And I would just like to say to Morgan and to my family, to anybody else that may be watching this and wondering why I do these things. Probably mostly my mother. The name of content. You make your bed, you gotta lay in it. And that's business, baby. I used to have a shirt that said that. And I don't know where it is anymore. I'm pretty sure my best friend stole it. And just is never going to admit that he stole it. Which is really annoying considering I stood up and gave a speech at his wedding. So the least he could do is admit that he stole my shirt. Like, he can have it. I don't care. It's just a black shirt that says that's business, baby. Also, if anybody is wondering where the rest of the stream is, GameDay Garage Twitter updated link is out. Shout out to our social team of 1. Anyway, top of the 5th, Oklahoma with a man on second, no outs. So again, we are dangerously close to the last. I feel like my mother is about to walk in here and like be on standby to save my life. But the beauty about being me is I've spent a large portion of my adult life preparing for moments like this. It is what it is. Be what it be. Anyhow, 3-2. The pitch advances the runner. So yeah, this is definitely going to happen. Barring something, well, there could be strikeouts and pop-outs. I have a feeling there's going to be a score in this inning. And if and when that happens, I want everyone here currently watching to know that it's for you and the sacrifices that I make for you. I'm just selfless like that. And I know people have been saying that about me. UNC clearly falling apart at the seams here, though. And if we want to spin it forward to the rest of the series, like I said, like this is what I was talking about when I said I'm just going to bet Oklahoma in every game, because best case scenario, they just win both games. And then you're just up big. Because they were plus 160 yesterday. They closed at about plus 130. They got bet way down. But I mean, they're probably going to open as dogs again tomorrow because they're going to have another true freshman in Xander Mercurius going against a more established starter and what is seen as the better team in North Carolina. So we're just going to do it again. And it might be over. So it's just, we're just going to do this with Oklahoma. And I really have a feeling we're not going to see Monday. Because you get to the potential closeout game if you're Oklahoma, you're going to have Xander Mercurius on hand. You're going to have his brother LJ on hand, who we're probably going to see at some point today. Like, you're throwing the kitchen sink to try and get that win and get that national title and get this done, sealed, done, delivered. I said done twice. Nobody talk about it. But you can't blame them. If you have the chance for the kill, you got it. Oh, that's a swing for sure. So the strikeout, wow, I might get saved by the North Carolina bullpen here. A strikeout for the second out. We are 1 out away from the top of the fifth being over. Anyway, hopefully those of you who are watching on the Game Day Garage Twitter found the Game Day Garage YouTube and Twitch and or my Twitter at the Jake Hasan, by the way, which I have a feeling everybody, most of the people here are probably from my Twitter anyway, so I can't imagine I'm getting that many new followers. But hey, tell your friends. It's a Saturday. If you're starting the pregame a little early, and you're just walking around, you're getting some stuff done, find us. We're out here. Wow, 61 of you watching this right now. Why did my voice do that? That was weird. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, we went from 9 to 62 viewers on Twitter. My friends, appreciate it. If you're here for the Malort, it might happen still. It's 1-1 in the top of the fifth. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, wow, it's happening. Unless he dies. Okay, listen. I want Oklahoma to win this game. But it's 7-3. And I did 3 Malort shooters in the last inning. I needed a break. So I appreciate North Carolina laying out for that blue fly ball to end the inning. It was good for morale. Sometimes everybody needs a breather. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. It is now 7-3. It is funny because I haven't quote tweeted this yet and seeing like the frame by frame of myself changing as I'm going to quote tweet it now. But anyway, thanks to everybody who's tuning in right now. What's up? Happy to have you as we're getting officially now into the second half of this game 1 of the national title series. I'm wondering too, to talk about our next guest, Rob Brown, who isn't here. I'm just talking about him just to talk about him. I'm wondering because Johnny Venezia, and if you missed it, Johnny VTV, Johnny Venezia was here about 30 minutes ago. We chatted for a good portion of the middle innings here. I'm wondering because he jumped in and said, I missed the update on the time change for this game. Because originally, for the uninformed, this game right now between Oklahoma and North Carolina, this stream was not supposed to happen until 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, I think. It was about thereabouts. And then because of inclement weather in Omaha, which we'll do the weather report because I did promise we were going to do that, the game got moved up to this afternoon. So I'm wondering if Rob Brown also did not know that the game is happening right now. Because based on the text that he sent me earlier, I'm wondering. No, he definitely had to. He definitely knew what's going on. But we'll see. Rob Brown might be in there. Oh, wow. I just got texted a fit. Somebody else's fit walking around, and it's not good. The Ivory Coast is leading Germany in the World Cup. What were the odds on that? Did anybody bet that? World Cup, I want to bet World Cup because I know somebody like sickos like PJ Glasser betting these 20-1 money lines. Oh, Boar's Head rocks. Sorry, talking about sandwiches. But I like the World Cup. Is anybody betting these big money lines? I know the draws have been big. I'm just too much of a coward to bet World Cup. Again, because I'm a coward. As Quarter Rager is back out there for the 5th inning, and he has 0-2 right now. So quick first out potentially coming for North Carolina. As this game started slow, but really starting to cruise along here. I was definitely just jinxed myself, but anyway, you know what? I have a gripe. I'm going to say something, and this might be a good clip for later. I have a gripe. College teams, some of them do just the number, and that's fine. That's great. I like it. If you know, you should know the players, but whatever. All good. Or you can look up a box score. But then you have to, for example, Oklahoma is doing the thing where they have just the number, no name on the back of the jersey. Cool, great, grand, whatever. Do your thing. But then it's juxtaposed with North Carolina, who's doing the last name on the jersey. And that's just annoying. It's just irritating. It's too, it's not confusing because, read a book sometime, like have some literacy. But it's just like, can we get some consistency? Like, can we just get the teams to agree, like, hey, we're doing no names or we're doing names? Because it's just jarring. It's jarring. That's the word I'm looking for. Third grade level word, by the way. If that. Jarring's probably more like a second grade word, probably. I don't know. Anyway, that's my rant on that. It wasn't even much of a rant. It's pop fly by Gelger into left field for the first out of the bottom of the fifth inning. Cord Rager. I mean, let's credit to the freshman for Oklahoma. Started this game shaky, gave up 3 runs early, gave up the lead. Had a 2-0 lead in the top of the first that he got thanks to Dieter LeChance, and then immediately was given back. Oklahoma takes the lead, and since then, just been cruising. Zeros. He had 36 pitches in the first inning, and since then has just been absolutely cruising. He's about to clear 90, and it's the bottom of the fifth. Now, this goes back to what I was talking about earlier with Oklahoma's bullpen usage. You're probably going to see LJ Mercurius, who has been very, very good out of the bullpen for manager Skip Johnson and Oklahoma. And he was a starter to start the year. So he can go 3, maybe even 4 innings and close this thing out. Especially if you have a 4-run lead to work with if it comes to the 9th inning. But, I mean, shout out to Cord Rager. And this is how Oklahoma has gotten to this point. Like, they never... You ever choke on your own phlegm? That was crazy. Anyway, that's how Oklahoma's gotten here, is where they just never say die. They batten down the hatches, and that's what Cord Rager has done today. Like, could have easily fallen apart after that first inning where he gave the lead back up, but it's come out and just fired zeros. This inning has been very easy for him as well. 2 outs, pop fly to the third baseman now, too. He's going to get through through the 5th inning here on probably less than 100 pitches. And we know college managers, they just throw those guys. They keep sending them out there. Like, we might get 6 innings of a Cord Rager here. Most 6+ inning starts, single NCAA tournament the last 4 seasons. Paul Skeens in 2023, Cade Anderson last year, both for LSU. They had 4. Cord Rager with 3 this year. It's a pretty good list. Paul Skeens, Cy Young winner, Rookie of the Year winner. Cade Anderson won a natty last year and is dominating in the minors. Almost had a no-hitter in the minors last night. And now Cord Rager. As a true freshman. Insane. Even though that fastball just now was 91. He's been sitting at 94 earlier, so that's a little bit of a cause for concern. On his 95th pitch. He's just dripping sweat. Dude's rock. Hit him. Yeah, you got to get him out. Yeah, hit Paulson. Gotta get him out. Maybe not. See if you can get through 5. 96 pitches. Let's see what Skip Johnson does here. They didn't show anybody up in the bullpen, though. Skip's leaving him in. But that's the nice thing, too, is that it's the bottom of the 5th. You have a 4-run lead. You can leave the true freshman in even with a man on base because let's say Tyler Howe hits a homer right here. You're still working with a 2-run lead. You're still cruising. And I mean, the way that Cord Rager's been pitching, that was a bad breaking ball. And it's lefty on lefty, too. Howe's a lefty, so Rager theoretically can get out of this, not allow any of the damage. Catcher's going to visit the mound right now. Oh, here comes Skip. But it's not like Major League Baseball. Well, it's the first visit of the inning, though. So we'll see. Oh, Walker Buehler throwing a 3-inning shutout against the Rangers. The Rangers piss me off so bad. Sprinkle in a little MLB here. But just like the Texas Rangers, if they could ever be healthy and consistent, like, please, didn't mean to save that. Whoops. Anyway. Hey, we do have somebody in the chat. Let's go. I was just going to say chat. Let's go. Oh, Giles is here. Let's go. My man. Yeah, this game is crazy. Apparently in Lincoln, about an hour away, it's raining very hard. So we'll see how that goes. We are seeing LJ Mercurius is up in the bullpen, as is Gavin Kelly. So Oklahoma going to go to the bullpen here. You got to imagine this is Cord Rager's last batter with 97 pitches in the 5th inning. I mean, if he could get through 5, though, like that's a massive win after that first inning. So we'll see. Yeah. Wow. Giles with 40-1 on Oklahoma from March 4th. Good for you, man. Good for you. I mean, like I was saying this to Johnny Venezia, who was on earlier at Johnny VTV on Twitter. Oklahoma was 10-1 on like Tuesday. Like, people have been doubting this team over and over and over and over. Like the thought has been that this team is not very good, right? They've had the devil magic and they just keep winning games. So, I mean, credit to them. And Rager gets out of it. Fly ball to center field, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 100 pitches for the true freshman in the national title series. Good for him, man. 36 of those pitches being in the first inning. All 3 of the runs being in the first inning, and the dude just never rolled over. Like, credit to him. Giles asked, they would never call a championship game early, would they? I gotta imagine not. I mean, how could you? Like, there's no way you can. Like that, it's a terrible look if you do. Let's look at the radar. Let's go to weather.com. I've been told that the weather app is the UNC app. Is that true? I don't know if that's a thing. Let's see. Weather radar. Oh, radar is bad. Are you saying it looks bad or just the radar app is bad? Omaha, Nebraska weather radar, because I used it last week, obviously, as I was in Omaha and I met Giles. That was lit. Oh, yeah, that is not good. Yikes. Team, I'm gonna pull back the curtain here. We're gonna look at this together. Friends, that's not great. That's Lincoln, where Giles is, and that's Omaha, about an hour away. That's right now. Let's move things up a couple minutes. Let's move things up 30 minutes. How about that? All right, well, 30 minutes from now, Omaha is still technically safe. And then we move ahead to All right, Squadron, we got about an hour. So we're going to need these pitching staffs to wrap it up, because this is rough. We got about an hour, maybe an hour and a half before this thing really gets nuts. Hey, so let's all root for defense and pitching, and let's go from there. Oh boy. Listen, I'm going to be we're up to triple digits for the Twitter viewers, my friends. Let's go. If anybody's checking the Twitter chat, because I can't see the Twitter chat, it doesn't populate here. I would love for people to tell me if people are commenting on Twitter. Very much appreciated. It doesn't seem like anybody is out there. But hey, if you're in the Twitter chat, we very much appreciate you. We very much thank you for being here. And we got Dane Taki with another double. Not another double. It's the 6th double of the season, according to the graphic on the screen. This thing is staring at me ominously. Giles, I know you haven't been here. I've been doing a malort every single time that Oklahoma has scored. So that's been going really well, obviously. So now this is very ominously staring at me. I appreciate Giles being the Twitter moderator. No comments on Twitter so far, which is really nice. Giles at day 1. Yep, and a bunt over to third. We're in danger. We're in danger. I'm just going to take it out of the bag. And it can sit there. Just going to prop it up. This is so dangerous. I know, I'm crazy. That was always the thing. I was always crazy. Also, if anybody's seeing me grab my shoulder, I need to invest in a Theragun next week during Prime Week. Messed up my shoulder. I don't know what's going on. And the guy at the gym try to get it out for me. That sounded insane. And I really regret the wording on that. They're going to bunt again? Oh, okay. I do love a good safety squeeze. I will say, for as much as we all, as a society, are against bunting, a well-executed safety squeeze is really like a lost art. And that's going to do it. A single up the middle. It's 8-3, Oklahoma. Kate, Nick, how long do these streams live on the internet? Are my kids going to see this one day? Well, the good news is that we bet Oklahoma today. The bad news, if only the worker at Benny's Beverage Depot can see me now. And we have yet another runner on base for Oklahoma. Until YouTube isn't a thing anymore. That's a great point, Giles. But YouTube, I have a feeling, is going to be like cockroaches and outlast us all. Well, that happened. Oh, good. Yeah. All these videos are being saved on a hard drive per my text chain. Awesome. Great. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I imagine it's all going to be used as evidence of what not to be when you're 28 years old. But to the young people watching this 30, 40, 50 years from now, this is exactly what you want to be. This is peak performance. This is how you should be in your 20s. What else you got going on? Right? And I've been up since 6 a.m. Love my life. Love my life. It might be a 4 Celsius day at this point. Nah, that'd be crazy. That's like borderline caffeine poisoning, right? Probably. I don't really feel like going to the hospital tonight, mostly because I can't afford it. Giles, anything on the U.S. Open? I don't have any Clark. Tyler Morales was on Wyndham Clark. I said this earlier, Giles. Cam Young is the only guy I got, and after his lovely 3-over day, that's dead. I will say, I'm going to pull it up again so I get the promo right. Everybody hold on a second. After this stream, because obviously you're going to want to stick around for the rest of this stream. After this stream, you can go and check out the GameDay Garage golf stream, the Capital Golf Gang, DC's premier golf show, the U.S. Open special with live U.S. Open coverage with Steve Zabin. Again, after this stream, they're doing stuff on the GameDay Garage Twitter right now. And those will be your live betting opportunities. And Dean LaChance is back up, the man with 2 home runs today, as it is. And let's see if he makes it a third, which would be really bad for my bodily functions. For reasons that if you've been sitting here for the last 2 hours, you already know why. Anyway. This is really good radio right now. All right. Let's see. LaChance 1-0. And, did he just hurt himself? He is famously, Dean LaChance famously did roll his ankle in the first game against Alabama as he was pulling into second base and kind of just, And as somebody that rolled their ankle twice in college, once on each ankle, once in college, once after college, but once on each ankle. Dude, it hurts. It's not fun. So I can't even imagine playing baseball, and let alone hitting 2 home runs in a game after that. I mean, granted, I didn't have a full. Ooh, all right, Dean, let's relax here, my king. You got at least one more game to play. Swinging for the fences on a bad ankle. Yeah, Giles says Ivory Coast looks like they might beat Germany. I know somewhere PJ Glasser bet that money line. I know it. I just know it. Should we call him? Should we call PJ right now? Let's do it. Dean LeChance pops up. Perfect time to call PJ. Because Dean LeChance pops up to end the inning. To end the top of the sixth. Let's call PJ. And see if he had Ivory Coast. I hope he's not working right now. It'd be hilarious if he's watching the stream and his phone just starts ringing.
What up, King?
Hey, buddy. Really fast. We were talking about, as you know, I'm on stream right now. So say hello to the people.
Hello, stream.
Did you bet Ivory Coast against Germany?
I did not. No.
No, PJ, you're the guy. You're the World Cup moneyline guy.
I know. I did. Well, I got the U.S. Open. We got game. I mean, there's so much going on. I gotta save the bankroll for a little bit.
That's so sad. All right. Well, thanks for nothing, I guess.
What's going on in that game, by the way?
PJ, when I tell you that I may have promised to do a Malort every time that Oklahoma scored, and they have scored 7 times. PJ.
Can you do that again for game 2 so that we all just continue to bet Oklahoma?
Oh, man. Look, I mean, if that's what it takes for Oklahoma to win these games, maybe. You know what? Maybe that's...
Can you do a Malort shot for every bogey Wyndham Clark makes the rest of the
please. I was saying this on stream, PJ. I was saying this on stream. Tyler Morales texted me to bet Wyndham Clark, and I didn't because I don't like Wyndham Clark because I think he's a chud.
Yeah.
And now if he wins, I'm going to be furious.
Oh, my God. So Tyler liked him.
Tyler bet him.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's tough. How's the stream going?
Pretty good. We have like 100 viewers on stream right now, and I imagine just everybody's coming in now for the PJ Glasser experience.
Love that. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you and everybody by not betting the Germany.
I really thought you were going to be on the money line for Ivory Coast. I am disappointed.
That is so on brand for me, Jake.
It would. That's why we called you.
I know. But that should have been your first sign that I didn't take it
because they were winning. Fair.
Exactly.
Fair.
Exactly.
Well, PJ, we appreciate your time. You're the man. Be well.
Love you, Jay. Talk to you soon.
Hey, love you more, buddy. Bye. PJ Glasser, everybody. Because apparently Rob Brown's going to ghost me. But apparently Rob Brown did a little day drinking yesterday, so he might be recovering. You didn't hear that from me. As Oklahoma goes to the bullpen, Gavin Jones comes out in his 22nd appearance of the year with a 5.18 ERA. That's scary. Protecting a 7-3 lead. Oh, hey, former Chicago Sky Angel Reese, fastest to 1,000 career rebounds. Very cool. I don't know. Anyway, 8-3. I said 7-3 to PJ. That's my bad. Bottom of the 6th here in Omaha, even though I'm in Chicago. Was in Omaha last week, and you should go check out the Omaha vlog that me and the aforementioned PJ Glasser did on the GameDay Garage YouTube page. Not right now. Stay in the stream, but to go do that after. Anyway. Bottom of the 6th, Oklahoma with a big lead here, which we appreciate. Well, mostly appreciate. I mean, it was good for content. Not sure when my voice just cracked again there, but. Oh, North Carolina with a single into left field. They have a man on. Make this interesting. I wouldn't hate North Carolina. Okay. I would love to just win the bet, especially because, and I don't think they're watching. I'm sure I would have gotten a text if they were already. I texted my father earlier. I was like, Oklahoma money line. Because every now and then he'll text me, like, you got any locks for today? I'm like, sir, I work in the gambling space. They're not locks. We're taking risks here. But I texted him this morning. I said, Oklahoma on the money line, college baseball. And he said, okay. And mind you, I'm coming off telling my father to bet the Spurs in whichever the one game 3 against the Knicks. Or no, the Spurs to win the Western Conference. And he texted me all these screenshots. He's like, good hit. I was like, I know, thanks. And he's like, let me know when you have the next lock. I was like, sir, none of them are locks. They're just leans. Good ideas. So this is the first one that I texted them since that. So not only am I financially invested, I'm emotionally invested. I'd rather not talk to my therapist about that this week. Anyway. Oh, pop fly, out of play. In this commercial break, team, I'm going to let you all know right now, it's going to be another pee break. God, Mackenzie Gore, what happened to you, man? Actually, never mind. He's actually not pitching that bad. I say that for my fantasy team, which nobody cares about. Kyle Harrison, imagine. Sorry, I'm reading the ticker on ESPN now between pitches. As it is 0-2 and now 1-2. Anyway, what's everyone doing tonight? What's everyone going on? What's everyone got going on? Anybody going out tonight? Saturday night? Saturday Night Fever? I'll probably, after hosting a stream for 3 hours and being up since 6 a.m., I'll probably go get myself a little Guinness or something, decompress. Probably see what's going on. That's the nice thing about, and this is going to be extremely Chicago-centric, the nice thing about living in the neighborhood that I do, and I'm not going to dox myself too much, well, there's just a lot of bars in Lincoln Park. A lot of places to go that are walking distance. Now, I can't go too far south because a lot of my ops are around there. And if you know, you know. But, you know, it's always good to know where your enemies are. Oh, fly ball, deep center field, caught at the track. Womp, womp. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. So this is part of the stream because we're 2.5 hours in. It's where things start getting weird. Especially because 8-3. And I don't really feel like texting Rob Brown again because he might be sleeping. Ooh, Giles wants to go to a movie. New Spielberg? What's the new Spielberg? Spielberg is a new movie? Sucks being old. Nah, you're living life, dude. You're on the golden years. What's the new Spielberg movie? I couldn't. The last time. Oh no, I could tell you what. The last time I was in the movie theaters was Project Hail Mary, like 2 months ago, which was an amazing movie. Amaze. Fist my bum. Which out of context sounds crazy, but another fly ball, right field, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Aliens attack Earth. What? I can be into that. Maybe that'll be my hangover movie tomorrow. Oh no, I have to work tomorrow. Damn it. And I have to see my parents, which is the highlight of the day. But that's what sucks about being partially employed is that I have to work on a Sunday and I really want to golf. I'm dying to golf. I haven't been out to golf once this year. And I'm fiending for it. My clubs are in the closet down the hall. And should I go to the driving range after this? Get some swings in, get a beer. Ooh. So this is just turning into the Jake Hasan plans the rest of his day. Oh, disclosure day. Yeah, I have heard about this. North Carolina flips a single in the center field. It's going to be first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, my hair is really something. I'm gonna grab my my College World Series hat because I was in Omaha, which you can see the Omaha vlog on the GameDay Garage YouTube after the stream. But I think I'm gonna put a hat on after this because this is really kind of getting crazy. Yeah, maybe I'll go to the driving range after this. That actually does sound kind of nice. It's supposed to be hot tonight. Anybody in Chicago? All my Chicago heads. Let's see. Ooh, 70. Oh, sun goes down. It's going to be high 60s. Ooh, that's lovely. All right. The problem is Owen Hole's up, and Owen Hole is very, very good. So this could flip very fast and be a 2-run game with one swing of the bat. Oh, this guy played tonight, speaking of which. A conversation point from 10 minutes ago. Oh. Guys, see how inflexible I am? Look at my elbow right now. I'm trying to stretch out my shoulder blade. It's also partially because of the knot in my back. See this crook? I can't even bend my arm all the way. That farmer's tan is crazy. God, I hate. As a man approaching 30, I really gotta start taking my stretching routine seriously. Anyway, I'm also in bad shape from volleyball the other night. I'm sick at volleyball, by the way, if anybody was wondering. Which I know you all were. God, it is a beautiful day in Chicago, though. All right, 2-1. 2 men on. Giles, I'm on a delay. I need you to stop commenting before I know what happens. I'm like a 2-inch. That's the problem with having cable television that's in a unit in a building with like 100 units. My service is terrible. But it appears, based on what Giles is saying, that Gavin Jones is about to close this inning out, and we're going to be headed to the 7th with no damage done. Oh, and he does. Looking. You can't go down. We are at the point. You like these guys go down looking. I'll talk about this more. I got to be a P-boy really fast. Everybody be nice. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, Squadron. Final 3 innings here. 8-3, Oklahoma. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is GameDay Garage, the show and the U. I am Jake Hasan. I said I was going to grab a hat. I'm not going to put the screen back up. You're just going to have to deal with it. See, easy peasy. Nobody's any the wiser. That was crazy. Anyway, so now we go. Top of the 7th. Oklahoma just has to carry a lead here. I imagine we'll see LJ Mercurius for the final 3. I don't know why you wouldn't save the rest of the bullpen. Although you could make the argument that you save him as your high leverage guy, the guy that you trust for tomorrow and maybe game 3. That's possible. Apparently Germany has tied it up. So PJ Glasser's Ivory Coast money line bet that was never made. He gets to retain some of his dignity. Oh, hiccups now. That's not great. Please go away. Anywho, it is 2-2 on Jackson Willits. Is the top of the 7th, as I mentioned, 8-5 Oklahoma. We bet Oklahoma on the money line, famously. If you are joining us from the GameDay Garage Twitter, welcome. If you're joining us just from Twitter in general, welcome. Willits laces a single to left field, so the line keeps moving for Oklahoma. If you are also just joining, you may know, you may not know, or maybe you were told by other people who are already in the stream, that for every time Oklahoma scores, we're doing a Malort. It's 8-3. You could do the math on that. But it's Saturday. We're having a great day. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. I think we're good. I think that was just a one-off. Anyhow. So now it's top of the 7th, man on first. No outs for Oklahoma. North Carolina is into the bullpen. Jackson Willits, 9 hits in the 2026 Men's College World Series. Ooh, ties it Oklahoma's single College World Series record from 1994. Got to figure he's going to break that record, seeing as we have at least one game left. I have to sniffle. It's a whole thing. As a man approaching 30, obviously I don't have tissues on hand. I'd have to walk all the way back to the bathroom. That would be ridiculous to have tissues on hand. Please. I will say, as a man in his late 20s, it is astounding how many people I talk to in and around my age who, A, don't clean their toilets regularly, and B, don't clean their floors regularly. Sir, you're a single man in your late 20s. Have some decorum. Be a reasonable adult. And not just, listen, I've done 6 Malorts. I'm not the most stable person. I probably shouldn't be trusted with most things. But even I clean my floors twice a week and my toilet regularly. They're $7 at Target for a toilet brush. What are we doing here? And I'm in that fact. Fellas, please clean your bathroom mirrors. The last thing you want is to start dating a young woman and you have toothpaste flecks on your mirror. That happened to me one time. And I was so embarrassed that I never let it happen again. As North Carolina records a strikeout, it's now man on first and 1 out in the top of the 7th. Just truly, it doesn't take that long. Which really now, I hate to admit this, Mom, if you're watching, you're right. It doesn't take that long to clean up. It does not take that long. People are disgusting. It's horrible. I walked into a man's apartment. A friend. He has a girlfriend. I walked into his bathroom. I was aghast. Aghast. Toothpaste flecks everywhere. I'm not even saying just the mirror. Everywhere. Toilet looked like it hadn't been cleaned ever. I walked out and I was like, dude, was like, my king, I say this to you with love and respect. Go to Menards. Save big money at Menards. Get that 11% rebate, my king. And please, for the love of God, wipe your bathroom mirror. It's preposterous. I was so offended because Shane Reardon texted me. Because Shane Reardon was watching my apartment while I was in Omaha. Just told him to come open the windows, burp the apartment, as it were. We could talk about burping the apartment later. Because he was in the area. And he's like, hey, man, do you own a vacuum or mop? And I was like, yes. He's like, well, while I'm here, oh, there's a spider in my ceiling. He's like, while I'm here, I figured I'd vacuum for you. And I was like, you don't have to do that. I do it regularly. He's like, did you do it before you left? And I said, no, I was in a rush. But how dare you imply that I don't own a vacuum and or a mop? I was a little offended. And yes, Giles, I'm always looking for sponsorship. If Menards or Celsius or Kirkland or really anybody would like to sponsor this show, hit my line at DJ Hasan on Twitter. As North Carolina just throws out a would-be base stealer for Oklahoma, now 2-0 in the top of the 7th. And it's also 1-2. Also, in my old age, as a man approaching 30, I've realized I can appreciate spiders, especially in a corner unit where you get in a wind tunnel, so bugs get blown against your windows and your screens. Spiders are good for the environment. Spiders are friends. North Carolina gets out of the inning, top of the 7th. We go to the bottom. 12 hits for Oklahoma today, 8 runs. Wow. Middle of the North Carolina lineup coming up. Gavin Gallagher, Eric Paulson, Cooper Nicholson. Who almost all have hits today, by the way. Oh, I'm at 16% on this. Yikes. But I have the headphones plugged in. Well, here's what I'll do. We'll turn this down. There's probably no reason for the brightness to be at 90%. Probably helpful. Anyway, we're in a commercial break. So what else is going on? Saturday. We're entering the Saturday evening phase of things. How we all doing? What is this? Huh. Right. Anyway. There's a DJ at Sephora. Interesting. Gold Coast is a weird place. I don't know if I recommend it. No, I mean, nope, don't dox yourself. Ooh, Isaac Trotter texted me. Hi, buddy. There's nothing like texting one of your boys in the middle of the afternoon and you forget that you texted them and they text you 3 hours later. This isn't even a shot at Isaac. I'm literally being serious. I forgot I texted Isaac this earlier in the day, and now he's just now circling back, and I'm laughing. And I'm not going to say what we're texting about because we are kind of talking smack about somebody, but it's very funny. Oh, that's great. Anywho, anybody else? We're in the bottom of the 7th now. 14 extra base hits in the last 2 games for Oklahoma. Good for them. Good for them. Oh, Scotty's coming. Is Scotty making a charge? Should we bet here? Let's text Tyler Morrell. Should we bet Scotty right now? Let's see. Let's see what he says. I'm open to betting other things while we do this. While we close out the final third of this national championship game. Well, national title series game 1. Let's see. Scotty sitting at plus 350. Kind of lame. Probably the move would have been to bet Scotty like coming into the day, right? Womp. Womp. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat after this. I gotta figure out dinner plans. That's what happens when your girlfriend is unavailable. Feed yourself. And you're not just cooking for two because you have to feed another person. Honestly, I'm probably just going to end up eating grocery store sushi, which I know there's going to be people who have visceral reactions to that. Chicago grocery store sushi goes hard. Mariano's sushi, don't sleep on it. I'm just saying. All right, bottom of the seventh, 2-2 count for the middle of the Carolina order. Foul ball. It does impress me when college pitchers can touch 95 and 96, because I know like these are guys who are like kind of on the verge of breaking through, but still like some of these guys are 18 hitting 95. It's pretty awesome. I wish I could throw 95. I don't even know if I'd crack 55 right now. Strikeout. That was a nice slider. That was dirty. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball up. Hey, how you doing? Followed by a slider. Your back ankle. See ya. As everyone could tell from the Omaha vlog, not an athlete. When I whiffed a lot in the wiffle ball home run derby, that was there. Still watching the spider. You know, a long way to go, dude. He's right there, and my windows are all the way back there. Traversing. Drops in another slider for a ball, 1-0 to Eric Paulson. 8-3 lead Oklahoma, in case anybody if we're talking about bets, we're talking about major league action. Giles has been the nerfy in Mets and Phillies. I don't trust Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta, to me, is like a glorified Jeremy Hellickson. Like, he's fine. He's going to have stretches where he's really, really good. But, like, I don't know. Should he really be your ace? Or is he better suited as like a 2 or 3? You know? And I mean, how is that going for the Mets so far anyway? I'm going to say I wasn't wrong about the Marlins. It was just early. It's good that Rob Brown isn't here because he would tear me apart for that. But never wrong, just early. All right, 3-1, bottom of the seventh. Still cooking here. Chugging along. Oh, hit him. Don't love that. North Carolina, signs of life? Question mark? Probably not. Oh, check swing. That was really good radio, that 30 seconds of silence, huh? Oh, foul ball. Sorry, that was so out of context. It was 0-1, chop swing, foul ball by Nicholson for UNC. It's still going to be man on first, 1 out. It is now 0-2 for Nicholson. As LJ Mercurius gets loose in the bullpen, it looks like Oklahoma will probably go to him to close things out for probably the 8th and 9th, depending on how this bottom of the 7th goes. Man, they're showing this graphic, and freshman starters in the College World Series in Omaha, 25 innings, 18 hits, 7 earned runs, 6 walks, 26 Ks. That includes the 3 earned runs today. Like, that's so insane. Like, Oklahoma just has this true lightning in a bottle factor that just seems untouchable. And I give them a lot of credit for it. Like, it's just one of those things. And I don't, Johnny V at Johnny V TV was kind of talking about this, like, oh, the parody. And that's what, like, as a college baseball just viewer, I think this kind of rocks. And even though this game is kind of out of hand, it's 8-3 for Oklahoma, obviously. But, like, I still think this series rocks. Like, the way this game started with Oklahoma going up 2-0 and then North Carolina 3-2, and then Oklahoma goes up 5-3, and now they've started to pull away, and we'll see how it goes. This game is by no means over. Still a lot of baseball left. But I think it's kind of sick. And I'm going to burp for a second. I think it's good. And strike out, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. And here's the problem, too. Sidebar. After those Malorts now broken the seal, have to be people again during this commercial break. Kind of sucks. But that's life. That's life. And this is why I don't go to karaoke, because I'm bad at it. I really don't feel like making food for myself. Might have to take a little walk-see somewhere. I know I mentioned groceries first. Grocery store sushi, but try saying that 3 times fast, 5 times fast. Grocery store sushi. Grocery store sushi. So you couldn't even do it 3 times. Anyway. North Carolina steals a base, man on second, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. For all the good it'll do them. Wait, what? A manhole cover in a NASCAR race popped up out of nowhere and caused a wreck. That's kind of wild. Buildup of gases, theoretically, I guess. Chemistry, as it were. I think I got a C in chemistry in high school. I'd have to look. I think my mom keeps those records somewhere. Love my mother to death. She's one of those people that keeps, I think, like all of my old school stuff. I would have to go looking for it. Mom, if you're watching the stream, let me know. Let's pull out. Actually, maybe let's not pull out some of those old report cards. I think they tapered off. One of my friends just texted me, Boomer, all caps. Yeah, dude, I know. I'm watching the game. I'm here. But also, this is the friend that's in Raleigh on a bachelorette trip, so she's a little inebriated. All right, everyone smile. Oh, fly ball, center field. That is going to end the 7th inning. We go to the top of the 8th with an 8-3 lead for Oklahoma. I am going to take a little pee break. Everybody be good. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Be good. More water, more pee. We continue. What a sentence. We're going to continue with this stream in just a second. All right, and we're back. Welcome, GameDay Garage, the show and the U. I am Jake Hasan. We are streaming right now during Game 1 of the Men's College World Series, national title series between Oklahoma and North Carolina. We bet Oklahoma. Pretty good. So far, so good. See how it goes the rest of the way. But right now it's 8-3 in the top of the 8th, and Oklahoma's up to bat. So North Carolina running out of time. Only 6 outs left to play with before things get off the rails for them, and they're down 1-0 in a best-of-3 series. We'll see how that goes. Shout out to Johnny Venezia. He joined us earlier. There's still time for Rob Brown to join. I have a feeling he's asleep. He had a long day yesterday. But anytime before that, I will say that we appreciate Johnny V coming through at Johnny V TV on Twitter. We appreciate all of our friends who helped make this production possible. Appreciate everybody watching right now on Twitter, on Twitch, and on YouTube. You guys rule. Very, very grateful as we start to close things out here. And Oklahoma gets a man on base single to start the top of the 8th. Just had somebody text me, why is there no shade on that lamp? Because that is what I'm using as a light. Anyhow, I think grocery store sushi is probably not the move. Mostly because I don't feel like walking all the way over there. You know what I mean? But maybe like I'm feeling like a sandwich of some kind. Something bread-based, probably. Oh. All right, so I have really bad news for everybody. This thing is going to die sooner rather than later. So we made it really far, team. But we're at 10%. And things might be. No, Giles, you can trust store sushi because the nice thing about Chicago is that Mariano's, they have sushi chefs inside the restaurant. Like it's their whole thing where like they have actual people come in and make the sushi fresh every day. It's not like you're going to the gas station and getting a tray of random sushi. Like it's fresh every day, which is really nice. And it's actually really good. And, you know, it may be reminding you of trying, if anybody's seen on TikTok, and I've been tweeting about it lately, at the Jake Hasan, by the way, on Twitter, trying every Chinese buffet until I get food poisoning. That guy is awesome, and I love him. But have not gotten food poisoning yet. A lot of time left. But in my 28 years of life, in like 6 years of living outside of my parents on my own and eating Mariano's sushi, nothing bad's happened to me yet. So now watch. This is going to be the time that I just absolutely get wrecked, which would really suck. Sacrifice bunt by Oklahoma, man in scoring position. We may be on the precipice of another Malort here, which would be scary and not great for the old gut biome, probably. But again, these are the things that I do for you people. I do these things for you because I care about you, because I care about the content and all of us having this time together. Germany goes up 2-1 apparently against Ivory Coast, according to Giles. Shout out Giles, keeping an eye on everything. Giles basically our intern at this point, which is very appreciated. I wonder what their price was when they were down 1-0. Probably not good. Probably like a heavy minus price and wouldn't have even been worth betting. I probably should have looked at it when PJ was on. But hey, that happens. But 8-3 Oklahoma, top of the 8th. I'm hoping we're going to be able to finish out this game, but the way things are going, pop fly right to the first baseman. All right, things keep going this way. We might be okay. We might be all right. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Let's play this is gonna be the new game. Can Jake's iPad battery, which started 100% by the way, but it's my fault for starting the brightness at like 150%. Can Jake's iPad battery make it through the next 10 outs? No. 7 outs? No, 10 outs. Yeah, 10 outs. 10 outs to go. Let's see. Race Against Time. Is that a movie? Yeah, right. In some franchise. Ooh, Mackenzie Gore pitching well. Good for my fantasy team. We like that. Wyatt Langford 1 for 2 with a double on an RBI. If it could ever happen. Just going to sink money into that guy MVP every year, apparently. Ooh. All right, not like this UNC. 2-0 with 2 outs and a man on second. Top of the 8th. Man, if I could escape without doing one more Malort, that would be really good for morale. I don't have super high hopes, but I'd prefer it. Oh, maybe I'll go to the ramen place down the street because they have half-price beers until like 8:30, I think, on Saturdays. It's their happy hour. And I've never eaten there yet, so that might be the play. Thinking things, making plans. Yeah, it's only 5 o'clock. Jeez, I've been up for 11 hours. All right, except this UNC pitcher cannot find the strike zone. Problematic. What the heck? No way. Yeah, there's no shot. Anyway. 3-1. Top of the 8th. 2 outs. The pitch. Ooh, big swing and a miss. Oof. Swing out of his shoes. I mean, I guess you're up 8-3, so you might as well. And now a full count. We'll see how it goes. Next game, by the way, tomorrow, 1:30 Eastern time. We will not be streaming because I will have to do the stupid job where I'm partially gainfully employed. But I'll tweet about it, and I'll be around. I'll be on the interwebs if anybody wants to talk about it. Oh, is he going to crash into him? Nope. And that's it. The end of the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Oklahoma is up 8-3. Oh, wow. This is a great point, Giles. Scotty now in 3rd. His 30th birthday tomorrow and would be the Grand Slam. Should we just be betting Scheffler right now? This is a college baseball stream, but we're going to talk a little golf. Should we just be betting Scheffler? Oh, that would be crazy. Yeah, because, I mean, anybody but Wyndham. Anybody but Wyndham, please. I couldn't live with myself if that were the case. For not betting the 45-1 after Tyler Morales texted it to me. That would be really devastating. Anywho, yeah, let's log on to Twitter.com, see what's going on. 160 of you here in the stream on Twitter. Really, really appreciate it. You guys really thought on a Saturday y'all would have something better to do, but I do appreciate it. Oh, is my nose about to start bleeding? Nope, we're good. You guys ever feel that, like when your nose is about to start bleeding, you feel like it get warm, like up in the bridge of your nose? That was happening to me like a lot a couple weeks ago, and that's how I would know I was about to have a nosebleed, because it would just get really hot. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense to anybody? No? Okay, cool. Just me? Because I'm crazy? Sick. Good times. Good times. I'm also sick of this Colin Jost Blue Moon commercial. Enough. This commercial's been on for like 2 months. I've seen it a million times watching the College World Series. Let's wrap it up. Let's get to something else. Is SNL even on right now? They don't air in the summers, right? They go on break. Shows you how much I know about SNL and the goings on lately. And Colin Jost is funny. I like him, but damn, Carolina, first 4 at bats, 4 for 4, 2 RBI, 3 runs. Since then, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 for 15 with runners on. Yikes. 1 for 15 since the first inning. That's brutal. Yeesh. As we go to the bottom of the 8th with Oklahoma leading 8-3. Good stuff happening here. 8% on the battery, if anybody's wondering. I'm keeping count. All right, find the strike zone, guy. How about that? 2-0 to start. Yeah, let's just get LJM. Let's just get LJ McCarris in there. Let's close this thing out. Everybody goes home happy. Just 2 pitches that were not close. Yeah. Skip. Go to the bullpen, Skip. Yeah. Right call. Right call. Ah. Excellent cook. Excellent. Excellent. Diego Chance won his first 31 games of 2016. Diego Chance won his first 32 games of 2026 without a home run. And since then, number 17. Pretty good. Seems good. Well, apparently there's World Cup fans in Chicago who are discovering the Wrigley rooftops. Nice. Oh. All right, 2-0. Skip not going to the bullpen. As weirdly, LJ Mercurius ran out of the bullpen and then had to shamefully run back into the bullpen, which is interesting, to say the least. Like, whatever, go off, I guess. Ooh, took the lead in fantasy. Let's go. 10-1. That's cool. Nice. I could get a big week this week. Not that anybody cares about my fantasy team, but let's be honest. It's the bottom of the 8th and an 8-3 game. We're kind of running out of talking points here, squad. Ooh, 3-2. From 3-0 to 3-2. Credit where it's due. We love. Amaze. Shout out to my Project Hail Mary fans. Second time I mentioned Project Hail Mary. Still good. I can't believe this weather held off. And you know what? Shouldn't say anything. Should leave it. Should not. Ooh, big swing and a miss. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. I really shouldn't say anything about the weather because, again, I don't think they would call it. So we should just make sure we get to the end of this game before we start celebrating. Is Casey Schmidt going to be in the home run derby? 16 home runs already, and it's June 20th. That'd be kind of crazy. Shout out Gavin Jones. Out of the bullpen for Oklahoma. 2 1/3 inning, 4 Ks, no runs. Well done. Well done. And now Skip Johnson's going to go to the bullpen. Oklahoma still leading 8-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Unless it's just a mound visit again? No way. Oh, yeah. All right, and here comes LJ Mercurius. Going to try and get the final 5 outs here for Oklahoma. Which, again, he's been great for the Sooners. Out of the bullpen for the last couple weeks. He's been really, really good for them. Cannot blame them for going with this option. As we go to commercial, I'm going to scroll some stuff. It's a bad haircut. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to dox them, obviously. That'd be crazy. I wonder if – I always love checking in. An underrated aspect of being in your 20s is checking in on your friends, ex-relationships, and ex-situationships. Just seeing if they still follow each other, which I'm doing right now. Interesting. Giles is asking if I have a just for funsies home run today. I'm going to be so honest, Giles. I did not really look at the MLB slate today just because I was up since 6 a.m. and I really didn't have time for it. Was getting some stuff done. Was just around. Gasp. Oh, no, man. They still follow each other. It's kind of that good unfollow in there. But whatever. No, just for funsies today. I mean, we can try and get one off the dome. Why not, right? Let's see. I mean, because I know there were a lot of day games. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got late? Anything? Um, Mets, Phillies, Guardians, Astros. Ooh, let's pick someone in the Guardians game because Spencer Arrighetti is way due for regression. And we could do Clanting early on the road. Let's see. Let's target Spencer Arrighetti. Let's see. Spencer Arrighetti against Cleveland. Yeah, Arrighetti's been getting lit up lately. Giving up a lot of home runs. Giving up a lot of runs. All right. Let's go. And we're going to use a tool that I really like. We're going to go to batters-box.com. We'll see if there's any elite ratings over there. I'm not to sound too much like Colby Marcio because I would hate to do that, and that would be terrible. Oh, it's Jake Berger just hit home run. Cool. Whatever. Nope. Batters-box.com. Bam. I'll scroll all the way to the end. Oop. Click the wrong thing. There we go. Travis Bazzana, maybe? He's been hot. He just hit a home run the other day. LJ Mercurius immediately first pitch gets a pop fly a mile high. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Let's see. Let's check the price on old Bazzana right now. Oh, 7-1. I mean, brother. So let's price shop really fast. Let's price shop really fast. Just make sure we're getting the best of everything here. Let's see. Bazzana over on the Green Book is. Mercurius gets it to 0-2. Could possibly close out the 8th inning here. He's 660 at the Green Book. That's annoying. Yeah, let's go. Let's go Travis Bazzana. Why not? He's been hot recently, playing well, hitting well. He just hit a homer the other day as well. So recency bias. Let's see. Just for those who are interested in Travis Bazzana's recent numbers, they are as follows. 313, 476, 625 in the last week with a homer and 2 doubles. And it's Spencer Arrighetti, who has been suffering from some regression lately. So let's do that. Travis Bazzana, 7-1 is the best price out there on him. As LJ Mercurius tries to close out the 8th inning here with a 1-2 count and an 8-3 lead. And he gets a foul ball. Thought it was a ground ball. Thought it was in play. It was not. 1-1. Giles is in on Bazzana home run. Let's go. Let's rock. Favorable matchup at batters-box, facing a pitcher who has regression and has been on fire in the last week. At a 7-1, why not? Little salt play action. All right, LJ, geez. 97-mile-an-hour fastball at the ankles helps nobody. Let's guys, I'm gonna be so honest. I don't think the iPad's gonna make it. We're at 5%. Which, granted, I mean, we got to the bottom of the 8th. We made it a while. We made it a long time. And I mean, it's 8-3. So, and there's the strikeout. All right, commercial break. P-boy time. That's what happens. All right, everybody, be good. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Top of the ninth. We're getting to the end here, team. It's been a great stream. I've been Jake Hasan. This has been a great time. We're going to close it out here. We'll see what happens. We're getting to the near end. 1-0 for 2-0 now for Oklahoma. 8-3 lead. Pretty cushy. We'll see how it goes. Never say never, obviously, but we feel like we're in a pretty good position here. We feel like we're in a good space. So all things considered, things looking great. We're going to ride it out here. It is now 3-0. And I'd really like to not have to do another Malort. That'd be cool if we could avoid that. So we can just get the outs here. That'd be preferred. Please. We'll see. 3-1. Nope. Please stop. Go away. Thank you. Click the wrong thing on accident. There we go. Three and two. Beauty. Keep it going. Anyway, I'm going to move this closer, I guess, and then we'll just, much like our first college baseball stream, we'll just lean back a little bit. At that time, I had a working laptop and mic that I could hold. Things have changed, obviously. Oop, just flicked the mic. My bad. Anyway, Dave LaChance comes up with a chance to hit a third home run, which is scary for me for obvious reasons. Already has 2 today. A chance to make it a double-digit game for Oklahoma. Double-digit runs, that is. It would only quote-unquote, be 10-3 at that point. But we'll see how this goes. I guess I could pull up the chat again. That's probably a good idea, huh? UNC going to go back to the bullpen now. Nice. As we get another pitcher change with a man on first, top of the ninth, no outs. Oklahoma hanging on. We'll see what goes on. Oh, trailer for the Supergirl movie. I forgot Jason Momoa was in that. House of the Dragon tomorrow. Pretty awesome. Very excited for that. And I don't want to hear anything from anybody who's like, oh, I'm out. Season 2 stunk. It was too slow. All right. We'll remember this. You don't get to enjoy season 3. Stay on your side of the road. Stay over there. We don't want you. You made your choice. Okay? Toodles. See ya. Go watch whatever else it is you people watch. We're going to sit here and we're going to enjoy season 3 of House of the Dragon and the Battle of the Gullet, which is probably going to be episode 1. And it's going to be awesome. You can all sit there and wallow and say all your whataboutisms. Oh, but this and oh, but that. Keep it. Keep it. Man, we were really, guys, I'm going to be so honest. I don't think the iPad charge is going to last to the end of this game. Unless we get a double play and like an immediate out right here. But it's okay because we celebrate the Oklahoma money line together, regardless. We're all in this together. What we know, who we are, and we start and dreaming. You know? That's for all the people who grew up in 2008 with High School Musical. Shout out. Oklahoma offense, home runs through April 30th, 46th. Since May 1st, 47. Insane sample size. Just like ridiculous. Lightning in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Decent song. I got 5.5 out of 10. Shout out to the Police, the band. Anyway, Dean LaChance, chance to make it, pun unintended, chance to make it 3 home runs on the day. You can tell this game is getting out of hand because we're just doing cuts to Carl Ravitch, which is fine. There's just commentary on can tell where this game is at. Do with that information what you will. All right, no outs. Top of the ninth. Dean LeChance up at the plate. We'll see where it goes. Cameron Padgett on for UNC. The senior with a 6.5 ERA in just 23 innings. Ruh-roh. For me. For a number of reasons. Ooh, jeez. LeChance is going for the fences. That was a home run swing right there. That was really going for it. Yeesh. That guy wants another homer. On this together. Now High School Musical stuck in my head. Ooh, LeChance fouled the ball off his bad ankle. Oh, that cannot feel good. There's no way that feels good. Sorry, King. You got it, though. You're doing great. I mean, obviously, you have 2 home runs today in the College World Series. $175 of you in the chat, in the stream, on StreamYard, or on Twitter. StreamYard is what we use to make the stream go online. 175 of you. 5 p.m. on a Saturday. Hell yeah. Let's go. Happy to have everybody. This is Game Day Garage, the show in the U. I'm Jake Hasan. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheJakeHasan if you want to hit a little follow off of that off of the stream here. Why are we doing pickoffs in the top of the ninth in a 5-run game? Enough. Throw the ball. You're not picking anybody off right now. Yeah. Oh, they're showing UNC fans heading for the stands. That's how you know it's over. That's how you know things are ending here. Oof. Womp, womp. LeChance pulls one down the line. It is foul. I don't know. High School Musical probably number 2 was probably better than the original, right? I enjoyed number 2. Just thought the soundtrack was better. Bet on it? Come on, man. Deal a chance just refusing to strike out. Fishing for breaking balls in the dirt, but just still somehow putting bat on ball, fouling him off. Which makes me nervous that there is going to be a home run here. Oh, we got tarps off. We got tarps off in Omaha. As somebody that did tarps off in Omaha personally, I say hell yeah. Let the boys cook. Not fishing. Not fishing. Yeah, it's gonna be stuck in my head now. Is anybody in Chicago? Is it nice out? Probably is, right? Walk around a little bit. Oh, 72 and sunny. Yeah. Walk, go get a sandwich. Oh, and LeChance laces a single to right field. It's going to move the runner to third. Oh, we are dangerously close to having to do another Malort. I'm scared, Dad. That's actually pretty nice. I don't even have to hold these headphones. And we're dreaming all of this together. It's just me and 170 of my closest friends hanging out. You know what I mean? Yeah, DJ. What's that? Sorry for clearing my throat and everybody's ear holes, but it had to be done. My bad. Please. Tarps way off in Omaha right now. Hell yeah. Ah! How would you try to catch that? Well, easily have been a run, and then I would have had to do another Malort. I don't want to do that. Yes, I know, Twitter, that there was a login. It's me. Chill out. Wait, others. Oh, my dad just followed me on Instagram. That's terrifying. Even though I'm not private. Oh, it is now raining in Omaha, Corinne and Giles. Gotta wrap it up. You gotta get the show on the road. Losing people. Is this what I need? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, they got tarps off and they got ponchos on too. That rules. That rocks so hard. Oh, I just got a text. From the squad. Let's go. What is that? What is this? Producer, please. There we go. Can I update this as we're going? Let's see. Bam. Ooh. Huh. Can I do this right now? Oh, I can. Let's go. Love that. Bam. Lovely. Sensational. Save it. I know. Can we not? Thank you. Save. Kablamo. Beautiful. How about that? Let's go. All right. There's nothing quite like getting the text from your absolute boys about the squad meeting up on a Saturday night. It's such a good feeling. Like just the group chat being like, yeah, we're meeting at this place, this time. Let's go. Hell yeah. It's a Saturday. The sun is out. It's a good day for a Miller High Life. It's 3-2. I'm scared I'm going to have to do another Malort before this iPad dies. We're at 2%. It's the top of the ninth with no outs. Oh, and ground ball. Double play, but I'm still going to have to do it. Well, everybody hold. All right. Well, I'm out of shooters. So as we go to the bottom of the ninth, couldn't escape unharmed. Oh, thanks. I've been given permission that I can end the stream after this shot. Thanks, guys. To everybody's health, we're gonna try and end the stream. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. I still have 2%. Hopefully, we'll be able to make it work. To everybody. Wow. Oh, Chicago delicacy. Nothing like it. Woo! Just puts the hair on your chest, you know? We're going to keep it going. Hopefully we can get here so that we can all celebrate this money line win together. Man. Whew. Anyway. I'm glad everybody's here. Glad everybody's having fun. I stuck my tongue out like a dog that like feels like it's going to throw up. I'm not going to throw up. I haven't thrown up in years, but just, you know what I mean? All right, LJ Mercurius on to end things, to close things out for the Sooners and to cash our money line. theoretically, barring something absolutely insane. As ESPN has started looking ahead till tomorrow with Ryan Lynch and Xander Mercurius. That game is going to be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will not be streaming because I will have to be at my part-time job, and then I have to go celebrate Father's Day with my father, who, again, just followed me on Instagram, which is terrifying. Not that my Instagram content is that crazy. My Twitter content is what's really crazy, comparatively. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, Hasan_Jake. Follow me on Twitter at @TheJakeHasan. Follow GameDay Garage across all socials as we are on the bottom of the ninth here. 9-3, Oklahoma. Hiccups are back. It's not a good feeling. It's going to make for good clips, though. Hopefully Nick Ashew is going to be presenting these in investors meetings. Being like, see, this could all be yours. This guy. You could invest in this. Sponsor this. Oh, hey, don't worry, everybody. Banana Ball is on ESPN News if that's what you're looking for. Instead of, the College World Series National Title Series. Whatever. I'm just not going to be. I'm going to be nice. As North Carolina pokes nice catch, crashing into the wall. Damn. Well done for the first out in the bottom of the ninth. Just 9-3 game. These college kids are just laying their bodies on the line. That was sick. That was cool. It was very cool. I thought that was about to be a double down the line. Nope. Concussion City off the left field wall. That's sick. Nice. One out. And it is raining in Omaha. Now I can see that in the slow motion. Oh, somebody with the one-piece hat. That's cool. Shout out the Straw Hats. One out. Bottom of the ninth. Here we go. Oklahoma attempting to close out game one of the College World Series title series. I lost the spider that was initially on my ceiling. I don't know where it went. But spiders are friends. It's okay. LJ Mercurius, 1-0. The pitch. Ooh, massive swing. In a game you're down 6. Old strategy, Cotton. So excited to see my friends tonight. That's cool. And it's at a pub that's not far from me, which is very nice. Walking distance. We love that. 1-2. Let's go. Let's cash this ticket, boys and girls. Why does this guy have his shoes on his head? There's these kids that they just showed on the broadcast with their shirts off, and the one kid was absolutely feeling himself. That was awesome. Ground ball, right side, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Let's go. Here we go. Last out, everybody. 9-3. Barring an absolutely miraculous comeback. And LJ Mercurius, only 16 pitches today. Massive for Oklahoma. He's going to be way fresh for tomorrow as they attempt to win the title. Massive. Here we go. Last, theoretically, batter. First pitch ball in the rain. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like now, even with the rain, they're going to try and finish this thing. Why wouldn't you? Gavin Geller up for North Carolina. 1-0. Bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Curious, struggling with the strike zone now. 2-0. Let's not nibble, my king. Throw one in there. Let him make contact. Let him end things out here. No need to get cute. All right, and we're getting cute. It's 3-0. Why are we getting cute? You have a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Just throw it. As the rain is getting worse. Don't call this. Just throw a fastball in the middle. It's raining. It's windy. He's not going to hit it out. Let's be so for real. There you go. There. 92-mile-an-hour sinker, right? Does that kid have dyed hair? This kid's like 8, and he's got his hair dyed hot red. Dude's rock. Come on, you got it. Let's close it out, LJ. Nope, walked him. Okay. All right, yeah. The chance is telling him, hey, man, why are you overthinking this? Just throw the fastball. Did he just pull muscle trotting down to first base? It looks like Gallagher just hurt himself trotting to first base. Trotter, I barely know her. Seeing Isaac Trotter in a little bit, like an hour plus. Come on, LJ. Fastballs. There you go. That was more of a sinker. 0-1. 0-1. The iPad's at 1%. What happens first? This game ends or the iPad dies? It's hard to say. I think we're going to be all right. I think we're just going to barely make it, team. 0-1 pitch. Now 0-2. Let's go. Oklahoma. Come on. Here we go. 0-2 for the game 1 win and to be a win away from a national title. The pitch, and that's it. That's a strikeout, baby. All right, everybody. This has been Game Day Garage. I've been Jake Hasan at the Jake Hasan on Twitter, Hasan_Jake on Instagram, Game Day Garage on all socials. Thank you for being here. 3.5 hours. It was a blast. Thank you to Johnny Venezia. We'll see you all out there. Peace, blessings, and Boomer. Boomer